Okay, I'm reloading. Yo, peace to the tribe. Share the live. What's up?
I know ain't nobody seeing me, bro. I know it, bro. I know I'm a legend, bro.
Subscribe to the Unconquered Tribe.
Sometimes we go along with a group because what they say convinces us they are right. This is called informational conformity. But sometimes we conform because we are apprehensive that the group will disapprove if we are deviant. This is called normative conformity.
Make sure you hit that like as you come in, and if you're brand new, go ahead and hit that subscribe. You are now live with the Incredible Hulk.
Yo, peace to the tribe, peace to the tribe. Okay, I'm reloading. Let me get some gems in the chat if you're hearing me loud and clear, man. Tonight's topic is unveiling the mystery of Cliff Castle. What have we missed? What have we missed? People, it's the return of the ancient ones. Let's get it. Okay, I'm reloading.
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
Shout out to everybody that supports the channel. We do highly appreciate you. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up. Put them gems in the chat. Bijou in the building. She can hear me. Good Green hear me. Dre Cobb Music, salute. Tribe. Yeah, man, I've been doing a little research, a little digging, you know what I'm saying? Doing what I do. Been incredible, you know what I'm talking about?
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
And I think I got some heat for y'all, you know what I mean? You know, I strive to come at a certain time, you know, but I'm not good with time, man. I'm really not good with time. We're kind of going to pick up where we left off on the last live stream. With the Montezuma Castle build, you know what I'm saying? So these are going to kind of connect these next few builds. Y'all know how I do, you know what I'm saying, when I do the research or when we, you know what I'm saying, we analyze, you know, my findings, you know what I mean? Because as we always say here at Hawk School, every student is a teacher and every teacher is a student. You know
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
If you're new here and you just happen to find us, which I highly doubt because YouTube ain't gonna show you. You know what I'm talking about? They got us hiding. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's crazy. But anyway, if you're wondering where you are, you're in the right place. That is if you're gifted and the elect, because I am the Incredible Hawk, and this is Hawk School for the Gifted.
Surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
We are broadcasting live from the Immaculate Republic of Atlantis. You know what I'm talking about?
Because you're going to smell my cologne. Intimate Yaki on some bar number 9, but I do not play.
That's the same clone I wear.
Tabernacle, sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Now, let me get this things up here on the screen. Why don't we? Very, very interesting. We're going to be dealing with what they call the Great Basin. All right, and I think we've overlooked that because we think these so-called Plains Indians, these Native Americans, immigrants, for lack of better terms, now inhabit the land, and so many of us have disregarded this land, all right, as a result. But I think we need to dig a little deeper. I would really appreciate it if you share the live stream. As you know, we shadow ban. You know what I'm talking about?
Dom the Monko.
Because you're going to smell my cologne. Intimate yacht.
Dom the
On the bar
Monko.
number 9. Because I do not play.
You're not live with the unconquered tribes.
The sanctuary. Because we keep God first in everything we do.
Well, let me see if I can zoom in on this a little better here. So you can get a better look, all right? And you see this Gulf of California, all right? So all of these are, what's the word for it? Because they don't want to call them Anasazi anymore. They want to call them Ancestral Puebloan. Ancestral Puebloan. Yes, that's correct. All right. Now, the ancestral Puebloan. Maybe, how about we just say ancestral people? You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man. Let's just
Dom the Monko.
fast forward a bit.
Dom the Monko.
Maybe I'll start reading here. Cliff Palace is our topic, all right, for the night. Return of the Ancient Ones. This is a very, very interesting find. Some may be aware, some may not be aware, all right? But, you know, they try to keep us talking about these dirt mounds and oyster mounds, you know, that are nothing more than burial grounds. You know what I'm talking about?
Dom the Monko.
And mausoleums.
Dom the Monko.
But everybody wants to look past these magnificent apartment complexes that apparently we've been building since around, 900 AD or some shit? We'll get into it, I'm sure, so that I'm not misquoting. But, you know, when we were doing the research on Montezuma Castle, you know, and this is all in the same area, Great Basin, it's been very interesting to me. For one, you know, because, you know, I have to watch and read and research so much so that I can get all of the conflicting, information. You know what I'm saying? So I can see who says what, where they disagree and whatnot. And, you know, it's so crazy. I saw a Native American, all right, which is an immigrant, if you don't know, okay? That's someone who was born on the American soil, but they're not from America, much like a Chicano nowadays, which is a Mexican born on American soil, okay? So it's pretty much the same rationale. But this very Asian appearing Native American was telling a story, and as she was telling the story, she said that the Indians who really built this, the Aboriginals who built this, all right, because they've been long gone, allegedly, all right, but she named every motherfucking tribe, nigga, we know out there, that's their enemy, all right? So I'm trying to track it down, see who is these, because the Hopi mean peace. Basically it means Islam, you know what I'm saying?
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
But they've been infiltrated. So I've been studying them, studying the prophecies, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching shit from 72, 67, you know what I'm saying? Live interviews, all types of shit, bro. So we really gonna connect some dots. But I had to break it down in quite a few videos, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of a lot to digest. These that you see on the screen are Ute Indians. You know what I'm saying? You gotta teach the Ute. You know
Down the Mongo.
the Ute Indians.
Down the Mongo.
Now, not everybody looks like a Negro, but some of these niggas look so Negro. Like this nigga right here. All right.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
This I got on the screen because this here is the California Trail Interpretive Center, the Washoe Indians, all right? The people from here. All right, and what do they show you? These niggas live in a motherfucking doghouse. Let these
Down the
motherfuckers
Mongo.
tell it.
Down the Mongo.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay.
Bro,
How you want a dog? Huh?
As a child, I could take scrap materials and build a better house for my dog, bro. Me and my brother did it all the motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even making this shit up, bro. Just out of my own IQ, my nigga.
Cause you gonna smell my cologne. Intimate Yaki on some bar number 9. Cause I do not play.
That's the same clone I
Yeah, tabernacle, sanctuary. Cause we keep God first in everything we do.
Now, if you listen to these pale faces, all right, the pale face invaders, the fork tongues, not to be mistaken with good white folk. There is such a thing. When it comes to these pale face invaders, these the 3K members, you know what I'm talking about?
Down the Mongo.
3K. I was everything I was 3 letters with these guys. That was 3 letters, right? Everything's 3 letters. Sheesh. So we're just gonna say 3K, all right? Cause they see everything in 3K. Let me know you hearing me good, man. Make sure it ain't no muffling shit. You know what I'm saying? I strive to tune the mic. You know, some of the couple of live streams wasn't sounding the way they should. You know what I mean? They've been hating on the channel. We got demonetized again. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
As
I'm
if
reloaded.
I give a fuck.
Down the Mongo.
Subscribe to the
Mongo.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
Like I give a fuck. Like we give a.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
This is Talk School for the Gifted. Talk School for the Gifted.
All these motherfuckers keep talking about, show me the proof, homie. Show me the proof. Show me the proof about everything I goddamn say. Well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take this proof, turn around, bend over, and shove it up your ass. Fuck you, niggas.
Down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
Now, these people want you to believe that you lived in these structures, all right, as Indians, all right? But, I disagree.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
And of course, you know, on the last live stream, we had them trying to tell us that the people use ladders. All right? And we saw the structure. We saw Montezuma Castle and us knowing our culture. our own blood, whispering truths to our very souls, know that if niggas building castles, niggas building steps. Press 1.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
So there's some images of steps on Pueblo. Debate.
You know, surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close cast.
All right. You got steps here. All right. Steps here. All right. Steps here. All right. Steps here. All right. Ain't nobody using the ladders but the niggas who broke in that motherfucker.
Dom DeMarco.
You know what I'm talking about?
Dom DeMarco.
Yeah. Cliff Castle. All right. We lived on blocks. All right. You been from the block, my nigga. You didn't know that? They call these blocks. All right.
Dom
What block you from, nigga? What block you from?
Dom DeMarco.
That's so cool.
Teepees. Teepees. Now, as you know from the previous live stream, teepees. All right, so you see, this is all abandoned. These are all the inheritors. Okay, these are all inheritors. That is referred to as a kiva. Okay, and this kiva actually had a roof on it. All right, this is a little motherfucking goddamn studio apartment or some shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Dom DeMarco.
Get this other picture, man.
Dom DeMarco.
My other picture, man. I also found a very interesting map, which should go with another live stream, but we might bring it in here too. You know what I'm saying? Here goes some more people. Here it is. This is the image. So it says we don't need that anymore. Excuse me. All right. So it says banquet here. Hopefully you can see this. Vent. All right. Deflector with the fire pit. See papu. I don't know what that means. Then here it says roof support. Okay, because apparently, and I think I have one image somewhere as we get into this, because I'm kind of just freestyling like I usually do. You know what I mean? I just got everything up. And hopefully I grouped the stuff together so I could at least keep everything in my mind. But so these all have cedar roofs. Roof, nigga. Who let the dogs out? You know what I'm talking about? Roofs, motherfucker. All right, the roof ain't on fire. Motherfucker stole the shit. All right. We're going to get into it. So this is actually another apartment with ventilation. You know what I'm saying? This say banquet. I got vent, fire pit. We'll get more into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing the research. But as you can see, we wasn't living in no teepees, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
Cliff Castle. Let's read a little bit. We don't want to just be, you know what I'm saying, talking. Let's read here. This says, welcome to Cliff Palace, the largest cliff dwelling in North America. In 1906, the United States Congress established Mesa Verde. All right, this is in Mesa Verde National Park Forgive me. In 1906, the United States Congress established Mesa Verde National Park to preserve the extensive archaeological resources in the region. Please treat these archaeological sites with care to preserve them for future visitors, blah, blah, blah. We hope this booklet will help you enjoy your visit to Cliff Palace and explain some of the features you will see. Numbered markers along the trail will show you where to make the various stops, the first of which is at Overlook, directly ahead of you. On a snowy, wintry December 18th, 1888, two cowboys, Richard Wetherill and his brother-in-law, Charlie Mason, were riding across the Mesa top looking for stray cattle. At the edge of the pinyon and juniper forest surrounding them lay a vast canyon, the same one you can see from this overlook. The only difference is that they were across the canyon near Sun Temple through the blowing snow. They could, you know what? Fuck them.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Close casket.
They pissed me off quick, try. So it's very interesting. This is referred to as Old Orabi.
Dom the Mongo.
Right.
Dom the Mongo.
Old Orabi. Say what? Oh, it's gonna get deep, y'all. Ancient village of Walpi and Old Orabi, situated on desolate finger-like mesas within the Hopi Reservation. All right, the Hopi Reservation is new. All right, says the village of Walpi, located on the first mesa, was rebuilt at a higher elevation, circa 1692. Both villages are still inhabited, and Old Orabi vies with New Mexico's Acoma Pueblo as the longest continuously occupied settlement. All right, so motherfuckers keep on moving in here. Says Spanish colonist Antonio de Espejo recorded his first encounter with Orabi in 1583, describing it as the most important and substantial Hopi Pueblo in the region, with a population of 14,000. All right.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
All right, so this is a full city of people. And as I said, as we tried to track down who really lived here, who built this. I mean, look at this. All right.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Now, once we get to tracking down who actually built this, all right, they say, well, it was the Hopis didn't build it. The Anasazi built it, all right? And then they tell you that Anasazi is the ancient ones, all right? When in actuality, Anasazi means ancient enemies.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Ancient enemies. So, you know, we know who the ancient enemies are. All right. I mean, I really had to dig. They talking about all types of shit. The Muyan period. All right. Where is this? The Muyan culture is an archeological culture of Native American people from southern New Mexico and Arizona, northern Sonora and Chihuahua, and western Texas. The northern part of the region is Oasis America, while the southern span of the Muyan culture is known as Arido America, according to Anatolia. Shit, bro, I gotta put this shit on the screen. I don't think I'm retarded. The Muyan. The Muyan culture. Don't I got a bitch on here to read this shit? So I ain't gotta be looking crazy, man. We gotta start putting these bots to work, tribe. You know what I'm talking about?
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
So this is the map, all right? Known as Arido America. Check it out, y'all. You didn't know about Arido America? Let's look into that. Denotes an ecological region spanning northern Mexico and the southwestern United States. Define the presence of the culturally significant staple foodstuff Phaseolus actifolius, a drought-resistant bean, also known as the tepary bean. All right, native to the southwestern United States and Mexico, and has been grown there by the native people since pre-Columbian times. A drought-resistant bean, my nigga. Did you know that?
Surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog?
Right?
Huh?
Let's not get distracted, all right? The name Muyan comes from Muyan Mountains, which was named after Don Juan Ignacio Flores Muyan, Spanish governor of New Spain, including what is now Mexico from 1712 to 1715. The name was chosen and defined in 1936, all right? A little tardy to the party there, Emil, all right?
Okay, I'm reloading.
We got shit going on over here. 1936. All right, you can do your own deep dive into that. So it go way back, all right? So these people go way back, and you can see that they're in the same area we know the Mayans are in, all right? The Olmecs, the Toltecs, all right? And as I said, as you dig on the Hopi, you're going to see that the people who originally inhabited were the Anasazi. And then they say the Sinuan people, the Sinuan. Yeah, the Sinuan people. All right, so they keep on changing nigga name, moving niggas around, trying to confuse you. All right, but as you can see, we've already covered Montezuma Castle. We may have to cover all of them. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I'm surgical.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Where's Castle?
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
But as we continue to look, we'll find that these Ute, all right, is where we're gonna end the line. All right, it's gonna get us to the Ute Indians, UTE. All right. Now, of course, they look all different kinds of ways. You know, motherfuckers been grafting themselves in the mix. But I looked through pictures. I believe I have I might have a little collection I put together on Pinterest to get a few of them. Here's some after they've been run off their land as well. Now they living impoverished. But you can see these niggas black as shit, respectfully. It's a beautiful thing to me. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm talking about?
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
Now they're displaced, all right? At this point. All right? Because these people came from here before it was all bombed out and shit, all right?
Because you're going to smell my cologne. Intimate Yaki on the bar number 9, because I do not play.
That's same clone I
Yeah,
wear.
tabernacle, sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
These are the builders, all right? So they're going to show you some niggas in teepees when niggas really had castles, all right?
Dom the Monko.
So we're gonna make sure
Dom the Monko.
Here's the description of the kiva we can get into. All right, Cliff Castle. Cliff Palace. All right. There they go with these fake ass ladders. It has a ladder to the balcony house. All right. It's got a balcony house. All right. It's got a motherfucking penthouse. All right. Is what they mean to say. It's got a penthouse, my nigga.
Dom DeMarco.
That's what they talking about. All right, Cliff Palace. So now the Anasazi, all right, and what's Anasazi mean? I believe that has some negative connotation too. I just can't recall. It'll come across in some of the reading probably. But even here, I mean, you have the Hopi. I think this is, I don't know what year, but they talk about the puppet council, you know what I'm saying, themselves that's out there on the land, you know what I'm saying? It says, once again, the Hopi Puppet Council and their supporters are granting lands to wayward neighboring Hopi and the Mormon Church, lands to which they have not title. All right? Hopis wrote this. You want me to read more? Put some gems in the chat. The Hopis wrote this.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you
Put
want
some
to
gems in the chat. You want to hear what they got to say? The council is disregarding the original Hopi native land holdings dating back thousands of years by doing this so-called Hopi tribal council. I said so-called tribal council, which came into being only a few years back. Continues this harsh process of extracting power from traditional Hopis by force or coercion to dominate all of Hopi village lands, while traditional Hopis struggle on to protect environment and culture from destruction. Efforts are underway to hasten exploration and progress by artificial means, thus causing great confusion for today's generation. The question now is, which of these groups has more rights to the land? It has now become clear that by signing the $5 million deal in favor of the Puppet Council, President Carter, I said President Carter, what year is this? You figure it out. President Carter has failed in his promise to help the minorities. No doubt Carter's action has given Puppet Council much ego power to very quickly break down the traditional Hopi. The tactics and timing are almost perfected, and perhaps this is a test of whether the Hopis will fall in their favor. Oliver Lafarge, author of Hopi Tribal Council Constitution, says, since the Indian race was a doomed and dying race from time to time, government policy must be changed about every 25 years, such as to de-Indianize by breaking up the tribe, destroying tradition, preventing group action, doing everything possible and impossible for the Indians to make themselves, heard. Let me get my people on the screen, man.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
You finna tell me that ain't? I said.
Okay, I'm reloaded. You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
I'll continue reading. A picture is worth 1,000 words. No need for me to beat a dead dog. Let me bring that back. And I quote, since the Indian race was a doomed and dying race from time to time, government policy must change about every 25 years, such as to de-Indianize by breaking up the tribe, destroying tradition, preventing group action, doing everything possible and impossible for the Indians to make themselves heard. Since they are foreign to our laws of process, the schemes applied cannot be understood or detected. As we see it, their task is almost finished and the acculturation is now in process as planned. Mr. Lafarge went on to say, in part, by then the oldest and most conservative would die off. The young people would have civilized themselves and the Indian problem would be ended. So Hopi at this stage went back to tradition, a tradition which they once degraded and spat upon. If you support tradition, you are looked upon as some kind of freak or lunatic. And so as time goes on, both tradition and Bahana system, and if you don't know, Bahana means the pale face, all right?
Dom DeMarco.
What?
Dom DeMarco.
Bahana system will be interwoven to accomplish acculturation. We know what happened. let's get back to greatness. Because this is getting a little, you know what I'm saying, troubling. Here's Montezuma's well, if you forgot about that.
Dom DeMarco.
Also in the Great Basin. Right?
Dom DeMarco.
Fresh water, providing irrigation to the crops. So, the Hopi are new people as far as to that area. They came to that area and they met the Great Spirit, all right?
Dom
In
DeMarco.
Dios, God in the flesh. The original man.
Dom DeMarco.
True heirs of the land, all right? So, long story short, Hopi takes you to the Anasazi. Anasazi takes you to the Sinawan. Sinawan takes you to the Fremont Indians, all right? Says Morris maintained the Fremont Indian culture was clearly influenced by the Southwest Anasazi culture, but was not an integral part of it. Archaeologists use 4 distinctive artifacts categories to distinguish the Fremont Indians culture from the Anasazi or the ancestral Puebloans. All right. Okay, so the Anasazi, yeah, that's the ancient. That means ancient enemy. All right. Now you'll see some translations where it says ancient ones, but Anasazi means ancient enemies. So that's why they're saying the Anasazi or the ancestral Puebloans. All right, because these are the same people. But this is a Navajo word that means ancient enemies. All right. I need this one. So, let me continue here. So we can know a little bit more about these people. Fremont Indian culture, blah, blah, blah. And man, Marcus and all this shit, they was like the elect. Hold on, I'm gonna get to it. It says one theory, see, they got all these theories. The Fremont Indians split off from the Anasazi and headed north. Another theory is the Fremont Indians, like the Anasazi, emerged from an older desert archaic culture. From 10,000, this is from Dr. Jesse Jennings, summarized his views on the desert culture or a desert archaic model at the Lee Lecture at the University of Utah in 1975. See these Mormons and motherfucking 3K motherfuckers out there and done infiltrated everything, blew up everything, murdered every motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Because now don't forget that we had free black towns down in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
We had 10,000 right now. So let me just stay with his quote. He said from 10,000 or more years ago until 8,400, the only culture represented in Utah. Okay, because remember this is Utah, Judah. All right. That's a whole nother
thing. Surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
And that's why I said, well, shit, nigga, if this the land of Judah, I'm Judah's motherfucking lion. You know what I'm talking about?
You gonna smell my cologne.
Straight up.
Okay.
I gotta see what's going on.
That was sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Hey.
So, these Utes, these Fremont Indians, all right? It says from 10,000 or more years ago until AD 400, the only culture represented in Utah, as well as the rest of the Great Basin, was the desert archaic. That culture is characterized as hunting-gathering, a flexible, highly adopted way, blah, blah, blah. We hunter-gatherers, these niggas live in motherfucking castles, bro.
Dom DeMarco.
But we'll continue on, all right?
Dom DeMarco.
Although the vast majority of the Fremont Indian sites have been found in Utah, there have been sites or Fremont Indian artifacts found in western Colorado, southwestern Wyoming, eastern Nevada, and southern Idaho, based on thin gray coil pottery. The Fremont Indian site in Utah are divided into 5 different groups. Classifications are based on a few common traits, but this does not mean they were the same people. Fremont Indians' origins are contemporaneous with early Muyan villages of New Mexico and Arizona. The Fremont and Muyan Indian culture share many characteristics of architecture and ceramic design. Fremont Indian corn appears to have been developed by the Fremont Indians from an early species found in the Muyan highlands. This is not the same species of corn found in the Four Corners region. The corn used by the Fremont Indians, known as the Fremont Dent, is resistant to drought, environmental extremes, and has a short growing season. These niggas done mastered growing shit. You know what I'm saying? Atlantis.
Down the Mongo.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
The Muyan corn originated in Mesoamerica about 5600 BC. A wild plant known as teosinte is the probable ancestor of corn, but this is a subject of debate between botanists. The ears of teosinte were only a few inches long and had no covering husk. New DNA corn research has shown little shared DNA between corn and teosinte. Thousands of years ago, corn underwent a mutation that softened the outer membrane of the corn kernel, allowing the kernel to expand. The Paleo-Indians, where did they go? Did I X out of it? Just pay attention, little African boy. All right. It says the Paleo-Indians' contribution to the growth of the corn kernel was by selecting the biggest kernels to plant. By 750 AD, agriculture was beginning to be a major source of food for some groups of Fremont Indians. All right. The Fremont Indian culture used flood irrigation to grow corn, squash, and beans along the river bottoms. Right? Irrigation. You're talking about, say, by 750 AD. All right. 750 AD.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
These are real Egyptians, all right? Or the Shokar. But you know what they call Kemet, you know, all this stolen shit. You know the Egypt over there on the other side, you know, that's respectfully nothing more than, we call it gay Atlantis.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog?
That's so cool. Sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Maybe it was too many seamen. I digress. In some cases, the Fremont Indian agriculture used flood irrigation to grow corn, squash, and beans, which we know are the three sisters.
Down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
Where the sisters go? Where was I? Corns, beans, and squash added to the Fremont diet of native plants such as pickleweed, amaranth, pinyon nuts, globe mallow, rice grass, beeweed, berries, bulbs, and tubers, along with meat from hunting. The floral and faunal materials found at various Fremont Indian sites indicate a mixed horticultural and hunting and gathering subsistence. What they're trying to say is we had gardens, we hunted, we did every motherfucking thing. All right, so all this old hunter-gatherer shit is out. All right. Okay. So let's fast forward a bit. Because here's an actual granary carved in the side of the cliff, all right? You see this arrow here? Fremont Granary. It says the Fremont Granary is across from the Fremont Pit House outline shown below. The granary is at the end of the dark ledge just above the arrow. Fremont pit houses were low, semi-subterranean structures covered with brush with a fire ring in the center. Sometimes the pit house was covered with a mud coating. The pit houses varied in shape from circular to rectilinear and were generally about 2 feet deep. All right. Built their pit houses close together, usually 10 to 20 pit houses on the valley floor near the streams. Said they were usually slab lined. All right. No dirt floors.
Down the Marco.
Slab lines.
Down the
got marble floors and shit. Limestone and shit. Concrete. All right, it's a little project, but it's the block. You know what I'm talking about? Respect the block. They also built above ground masonry structures, often multi-roomed, all right, that were constructed with and without mortar. In both cases, 4 central roof supports were used. The structures were plastered on the interior walls, and slab-lined fire pits were common. All right, niggas is barbecuing, my nigga.
Down the Marco.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Down the Marco.
We got fireplaces. What do these niggas be talking about, tribe? They from the block, like Jenny. You know what I'm talking about? And you know what's crazy? When you do the etymology, today's word is Pueblo.
Down the Marco. Down the Marco.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Close casket.
And you're gonna learn something very interesting today off of this right here. Real quick. All right. So I'm like, okay, these ancestral Puebloans, and they call these buildings Pueblos. All right. These apartment complexes, these high rises.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Down the Marco.
They're Pueblos, y'all.
Down the Marco.
It's an apartment complex, my nigga. Look at the steps. They try to say they had ladders, tribe. They try to say they had ladders.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh?
Stupid
Close
motherfuckers.
casket.
All right, but check this out. So Pueblo means, what does Pueblo mean? 1808. Oh, they're Pueblos, right? All right, village, town, or inhabited place in Spanish America. All right, Spanish America. Wait a minute.
Okay, I'm reloading.
In Spanish America. Woo, won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Giving you more what you hoping for. You ain't hoping in the Lord, huh? You hoping in vain, material, superficial shit. That's why you can't see me, house niggas.
Down the Marco.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Let me get the banner up. Try, man. Let me do some shout outs, man. You now streaming live with the Incredible Hulk. They tried to bury us in the dirt. They didn't know we were seeds.
Down the Marco.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Close casket.
Stupid. So, a village, town, or inhabited place in Spanish America from Spanish Pueblo. All right. From Spanish Pueblo, it says Pueblo right there. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Why do people be
Down
playing,
the Marco.
Oh, well, I guess we can speak Spanish, too. Because Pueblo means Pueblo, nigga. All right? Talking about the white man language. Bro, they came over here illiterate, stupid motherfucker.
Down the Marco.
Sheesh, was you with him? You came over in spirit.
Down the Marco.
You came over in spirit. Put some aliens in the chat if these niggas came over in Steerage tribe. Pueblo, all right? From Spanish, Pueblo. And it literally means village, small town. People, population. From Latin, populum, all right? Populace. People. People? See, people. Especially as a name for more or less governing, what? More or less self-governing native people of Arizona and New Mexico living in communal villages about 1834. All right, the key here is self-governing, all right? Now let's go to people. Because I want to show you something you never knew. Because that's what we do here.
Down the
For the gifted and the elect.
Because you gonna play them out alone.
Down the
Intimate
Marco.
Yaki on some bar number 9, because I do not play.
That's the same clone I
Hey,
wear.
man.
Tabernacle, sanctuary, because we keep God first
And
in
everything we do.
Hey,
You know what I'm talking about? Hey, man. Say, man. Return of the Ancient Ones. All right. Now, we've also learned from Montezuma Castle that these are the same people who are responsible for all these cliff dwellings. And this is going to be very, very interesting. I'm gonna make it as concise as I can, you know what I'm saying, by the grace of the Most High. But bro, this shit is gonna be so deep. It's gonna fuck you up, bro. Like if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, like you ain't got nothing else to do but goddamn learn some shit that's gonna really, like, bro, we gonna connect some dots. Because remember, this is old Orabi.
Down the Marco.
Surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want it, dog?
Okay.
Huh? Close cast.
Arabi in the Arabian Islands. I don't know. Sound like somebody who can't talk, man. And from all these books I be reading and them misspelling shit, ain't no telling what's what. All right. But like I said, this is gonna get really, really deep. So yeah, we covered Montezuma Castle. Where are we now on here? Now we went from Montezuma Castle. We're at Mesa Verde. And I find it very interesting that on these maps, there are pyramids. All right. That's what they use in the market. Mark these cliff dwellings. Oh, it's gonna get deep. Oh, if you want to see what's really going on, man, I found the Sphinx. All right.
Down the
Surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want it, dog? Huh? Close cast.
I found the Sphinx. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it, man. What else we got? Don't need that on there. People. Humans, persons in general, men and women from Anglo-French people. All right? People. It's spelled the same way in French, bro. So apparently, my nigga, we know French, English, and Spanish, my nigga.
Surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want it, dog?
Livestream,
Huh?
man.
Close cast.
Nigga slow, man. These niggas slow. All right. So it's the same as in French. Let me zoom in, man. Cause you know I had one nigga talking about some shit I read, bro. Niggas be illiterate as fuck, bro. I'm talking about illiterate, man. Where this shit at, man? Oh yeah, man, it's finna get ugly. Where were we on here? Oh yeah, we want to do the etymology. People. I don't know what happened to this, man. Why that shit turned into this weird ass font. Y'all seen that? All right, well, fuck it. Goon, Pueblo. Hopefully you can read it. Where were we, people? Man, you can't read that shit, man. Well, fuck it. You ain't got to read it. I'm going to read it. You know what I'm talking about?
Down the Marco.
Let's pay attention. I got you.
Down the Marco.
I can't do it, man. It's irritating me. I ain't gonna lie, man. Let's see what happens. There we go.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
All right. Old French. All right. Anglo-French. Same thing. Old French. All right. People, population, crowd. All right. It don't mean shit. It means we don't know these people. Oh, there go some apartments with the people. There go the projects. You know what I'm talking about? That's about all.
Down the Monco. Down the Monco.
But hold on, there's more. All right, body of persons compromising a community. All right, common people from late 13th century, the meaning member of one's what? Family, tribe, or clan. Late 14th century. All right.
Down the Monco.
The people.
Down the Monco.
I got my people with me. But let's go. Let's stay with me now. All right. Because people comes from pupil. You know, all that is connected to pupil and hold on. Populace and populate. All right. Public. Population. You see, all these are related words. All right. And you know, I be super nerdy with the shit, so I go see related words. You know what I'm saying? Populace. Popular. All right. Stay with me. Stay with me. You're about to learn something. It's already easy because I'm going to just show you. You know what I'm saying? Adult population. All right. Pubis. Puberty. All right. You see how they just... See this? See how they do all this shit? Just weird shit they do? All right. But I'm going to show you something crazy. Pueblo. Go back. Because now that we know that means people, all right? We know the people, all right? Now you see Hopi comes up. Pueblo people. They people?
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog?
Now, sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
They people. All right? People, my nigga. These motherfuckers so stupid, bro, with this could cover up shit. All right? There you have Anasazi. All right? Name applied by their Navajo neighbors to modern Pueblo people of the U.S. Southwest and to various landscape features associated with them. Navajo Anasazi, all right? Ancestors of the enemies, all right? Ancient enemies, all right? Ancestors of the enemies. Who's the enemy, nigga? All right. Said to have first have been applied to the ancient Pueblo ruins of southwestern United States in Mesa Verde region. All right, circa 1889.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
All right, so this he called them the Pueblo, the people. All right, this is the rancher we was reading about. I don't want to read about his KKK ass. He up there stealing horses and all types of shit. Talking about he was looking for stray horses. After y'all done bombed the shit out of everything, we began exploration of the sites in the area established in archeological terminology in 1927. All right, people, humans, people. Stay with me. See, all this shit come from us, my nigga. It's crazy, bro. Where is this shit, man? It's related to Pueblo. I'm gonna fuck y'all up, bro. This shit fucked me up, and I want to record it. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, man. Some of the shit I be researching, and I just find the shit like, bro, I have to make sure I never forget this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got the shit.
Dom DeMarco.
So you got Pueblo, right?
Dom DeMarco.
Now, what is Puerto culture? Puerto culture. Well, of course, nigga, we them people, right? So it's the science of bringing up healthy children. All right? Pay attention. Stay with me. All right? Our culture, nigga. All right? The people's culture, nigga. So I'm looking, and I see pure, all right, boy, child, all right, puerility. But it's very interesting, all right? Child, boyish, youthful, trivial, from pure, all right? From Paul, little, small, young, all right? Paul means little. Son, child, boy. Pure culture. All right. Where is it? Well, let's go to pupil. All right. What's pupil mean? Pupil means an orphan child, ward, a person under the care of a guardian. Wait, what? An orphan.
Surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
Disciple, student, youth, or any person of either sex under the care of an instructor or tutor is recorded 1560. All right. It's also known as the center of the eye, orifice of the iris. Do you know why it's the center of the eye? It's directly from the Latin pupilla. Originally means little girl doll. All right. Pupa, girl, doll. Do you know why? It says the eye region was so called from the tiny image one sees of oneself reflected in the eye of another. So since you see a little tiny person, a little tiny you, little mini me in a nigga eye, they call it the pupil. All right, the little mini me. It's a little tiny person. I can see a little me in there. This is how they named it. But wait, there's more. All right, check it out. English baby. All right. It says, Greek used a single word, kore, all right, like Korean, I guess, to mean both dial and pupil of the eye, all right, and compare obsolete. It say obsolete, but it used to be English baby was a small image of oneself in another's pupil, all right. Expression, to look baby, staring lovingly into another's eyes, all right. So you seeing yourself in the eyes of another person, you know what I'm saying, like a little you, that's your baby, right? Come here, baby.
But you know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
Let's go check some shit out, man. I've been talking. Enough with the vocabulary. Let's check some shit out, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in.
I was able to take advantage. So I'm assuming that I'm able to make it out with a little tape.
Want some Vaseline?
But maybe I shouldn't have had those enchiladas last night.
We absolutely love stumbling upon found in this area. That is so cool. I'm not touching it. It almost looks like an arrowhead. These look like arrowheads, possibly. I'm not a historian, but
No.
and a bone.
There's a bone? Oh my god. Absolutely incredible. The people that lived here could have seen other people coming from a long way away. All right, so I was able to make it in, so I'm assuming that I'm able to make it out. It's a little tight.
Want some Vaseline?
But maybe I shouldn't have had those enchiladas last night.
Yeah, just don't go rolling over there.
No, but it doesn't matter. Getting my leg through. Alrighty. I'm through.
When I found him, he was like crawling in and through with those little adobe things.
Why? Where is he?
More evidence of corn.
And there's a little upper area there. I don't know what for.
Cool this for storage.
Yeah.
Now, see, this shit is also
right.
Of things.
This shit is all blown out and shit. So they're gonna make it look like a motherfucker's in a regular ass cave, right? But I wanted you to actually see how far, like he say, how far you could see a motherfucker coming. All right, hold on. So that's why niggas was safe for so long. All right. And before we get too in the now, I wanna in fact, which one of those was it I was supposed to play with no sound? I got some footage. Well, I'll just turn the sound off. Make sure this is good. Let me see if we got music. Yeah, I believe that was just for the images. That's as good as it gets. Yeah, these are just the images because I wanted to read something else here. Because it's going to get really spooky, man, and how all these dots connect. Some more about the Fremont Indians. The Fremont culture was not a rigid society like the Anasazi. The Fremont Indians seemed to take delight in being different. Let me make sure my mic is on because I can't see the screen. Put some gems in the chat if you hear me loud and clear. You see that, bro? All right. Like, what is these niggas talking about? Some motherfucking dirt mounds, bro. That's a whole motherfucking city, bro. All right.
Yom the Monko. Yom the Monko.
These are the ancient ones, all right? The ancestors. And just so it ain't no confusion, I need to really pull up these this Pinterest so you can see, get some more images. Finish reading this about these Fremont Indians so we could connect these dots, show and prove, you know what I'm talking about. All right. It says, despite some villages being close together, the Fremont Indians were an aggressive people, and uneasy truces existed between the villages. Deer, bighorn sheep, rabbits, birds, fish, and rodents were hunted using snares, nets, fish hooks, and the bow and arrow. This is a cave painting, like one you seeing here. All right, and I'm not sure if it's the same one. I don't think it is. But on this one, they're describing it, you know what I'm saying, and talking about, notice the large number of fawns. But these are what they're referring to as fawns. So they're just really wanting to show and prove about the animal life, you know what I'm saying, that's in the petroglyph. All right. Say animal hides were used for breech clouts, moccasins, robes, leather mittens, all right, and other warm garments. Fremont women sewed and mended the leather. All right, so niggas had leather coats and shit.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. I want a dog.
Tabernacle, sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
And then it says, and look, they throw in comma, which the Anasazi never mastered. As hunter-gatherers and settled the village lifestyle. Well, how can you have... All right. So I guess we went grocery shopping. Try it. Look at this. Why ain't nobody showing you this? All right. This is clearly the ruins of a house. It says by 1350 AD, the Fremont culture was gone from the Great Basin and northern Colorado Plateau. The abandonment started as early as 950 AD in the northeastern edge of Utah with the Uinta Fremont. After the Fremont Indians left, the canyon lands were unoccupied for hundreds of years. All right. The historical Native Americans of the Great Basin and northern Colorado Plateau are relatively recent arrivals. All right. However, Lexon notes in his book, A History of the Ancient Southwest, that Uto Aztecan-speaking Indians arrived with corn in the Southwest from Mexico around 1600 BC. The Hopi are the only Pueblo Indians, people Indians, okay, that speak the Uto Aztecan language in the Southwest. So we know where they came from, all right? There's still a question of what happened to the Fremont Indians. Some archaeologists believe the Fremont Indians were starved out or forced out to the north and the east. Right.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket?
Gunnarsson postulates that the Uinta Fremont became the Ute Indians. In the cliff dwellings, the Anasazi were safe, but from there they could not protect the crops on the plateaus or the valley floors. The pacifist farmers, field of corn, squash and beans were easy targets for the Fremont raiding parties. The evidence is not conclusive, all right, so they're just making shit up, postulating, all right, with their bad posture. You can't postulate because you got bad posture, you know what I'm saying?
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
So evidently, these are the Ute Indians. All right. Now look at this. Teepees.
Dom
Okay.
DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Teepees. See, niggas done. You done missed this. All right. Gotta pay attention.
Dom
They
DeMarco.
tricking us out of our own shit, bro.
Dom DeMarco.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket?
So the people that live there, that inhabit that land, they didn't build this. This isn't theirs. They was put there. The reservation moved them there. All right? All this old Jim Crow shit going on when they done good and stole every motherfucking thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
The Anasazi cliff dwellers, the ancient enemies. The ancient enemies built this. So if the Paleface named them and they the ancient enemies, I mean.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket?
So they became the Ute. These are the faces of the Ute Indians, all right? These are what some of the Ute look like. Teach the Ute, man. Teach the Ute.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
I thought I had some more photos. Hey, man. All I got to say, if this ain't a nigga, he'll do to a nigga get here.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket?
If this ain't a nigga, he'll do to a nigga get here. Put some fire emojis in the chat if this nigga getting locked up with the rest of us, tribe.
You know, surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket?
Oh yeah, man. This black ass nigga definitely getting locked up. Respectfully. And you know, they just washed us out. You know what I'm saying? They just washed us out. Even with the Hopis, you know what I'm saying? Just washed us out. You know what I mean? I think I really found the land, bro. It's the land of Judah. This is why they there, my nigga. They know what it is, my nigga.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket?
What's really going on, tribe?
Okay, I'm reloading.
Oh, you know what? We'll get back to that. You know, and before I didn't want to get too in the now, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to read something curious, because remember when it said that the Pueblo was a Spanish-American town. Now, from the research we've been doing here, you know what I'm talking about, live, the Republic, with the rest of the gifted and the elect. Shout out to you. You know what I'm talking about?
Dom DeMarco.
Kiss your mouth. You know, we've been realizing we've read some commentary, and look at this at night, how they got it lit up, tribe. Now, even if you want to say it wasn't nothing but fires going in that motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about? But see, remember they had cedar roofs. They stole the cedar roofs. Let me see if I can find that image. It might actually be in the videos. I got quite a few videos. They're short, little 5-minute videos, but it's so we can get a better look at the architecture. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man, I lost my train of thought. Oh yes, Old Arabi. Won't he do it? And see, that's why I was like, you know what I mean? Because I've been saying I'm really starting to completely believe, you know what I'm saying, and I will say believe for the time being, that this, that because Islam has no birth record and because Islam means peace, which is the same thing Hopi means, peace.
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
They didn't tell you about this, did they? Them niggas say, let's do a debate about some mounds. Nigga, let's do a debate about y'all building some motherfucking castles. Motherfucking castles.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket.
Let's talk about these castles. Talk about these castles, all right? Enough about all that conjecture.
Dom the Monko.
We got the keys to Atlantis. Press 1.
Dom the Monko.
If you're new here, the 1 is for 1 because we already won. These niggas got to be done. We are far from done. All right?
Okay. Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket.
Atlantis is rising. And it's crazy. I was looking at some Hopi shit. I'm just, kind of freestyling. But the Mennonite motherfuckers, they was the first motherfuckers there. And they was trying to build churches on the land, right? And I'm looking, bro. And when I'm doing my research, I find out the church actually got struck by lightning, nigga, and destroyed, all right, on the land. So they trying to build churches on the land, and it's getting struck by lightning, my nigga. Burning to the ground. Mennonite.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket.
Mounds? We don't live in the graveyard, nigga. We live in castles.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket.
Mounds? I need Soldier Boy up here, man. Mounds? Nigga want to have a debate about some mounds. Well, we don't live in the graveyard. You want to talk about some pyramids and shit? Well, we have pyramids in Egypt, the graveyard in Egypt, the mausoleum in Egypt. The fuck is these niggas talking about? Bro, sit your hating ass on that couch.
Dom the Monko.
Okay.
Dom the Monko.
That's the same clone I was.
Sit your hating ass on that couch, nigga, before we make you strip, nigga. And check you for a motherfucking Mongolian spot in this motherfucker.
Dom the Monko.
Okay.
Dom the Monko.
You ain't got no Mongolian spot. All right. And just so that I can add some clarity, shout out to my motherfucking brother, Aboriginal TV. You know what I'm saying?
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog?
I got you out.
Close casket.
I got you out. See, because I heard some conjecture, all right? And you don't have to look that word up. I learned it from reading the Quran, all right?
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
And I was hearing some conjecture about the whole Mongolian spot thing that my brother discovered, which was a magnificent find, magnificent research. Surgical.
Okay.
Real Aboriginal shit, my nigga.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Close casket.
Subscribe to the Ghost of Aboriginal TV, all right? Now, he discovered the Mongolian spot, which is commonly known as a birthmark. That we all share. Every nigga got a birthmark, all right?
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
Atlantis is rising. Now, the conjecture was, well, other people have the Mongolian spot. They say that the Asian people or the whatever the fuck. The key here, my nigga, is Africans don't have them.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
Okay, I'm reloading. So if everybody got these spots, Mongolian spots, birthmarks, all right, and you want to say, oh, well, all these other people have them too. Well, my nigga, Africans don't have them. So if you're saying that the so-called Negro, the American Negro, American Indian, Aboriginal, heirs of Atlantis,
Dom the Mongo.
have them
Dom the Mongo.
at a rate of 96%, all right, which we know scientifically would round up to 100, all right? Okay, I'm reloading. So we have them, but Africans don't have them. Okay?
Dom the
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay.
Right.
How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed cast.
Get you a birthmark. I got this nigga right here on the screen. He checking for birthmarks. All right.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
Surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want it, dog?
Raymond.
Because we keep God first in everything we do.
Everybody say hi to Raymond. All right. So for all you newbies, you know what I mean? We got Raymond right here. You know, it's just like going to the airport. Ain't nothing weird, you know what I'm saying? Raymond cool. You know what I mean? You see he clean. You know, he just cleaning up from his last spot check. You know what I'm talking about? You can trust Raymond. All right? So if you're not sure about your identity, we now have an on-site spot checker here in Atlantis. Everybody say hi to Raymond.
Dom the Mongo.
Spot checker.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket.
You know, if you're unsure. I don't know where you're coming from. So, the moral of the story is, we're not from Africa. You from Africa.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
It's the return of the ancient ones. You know what I'm talking about? I digress. Might be too much fun. You know what I'm talking about? What? The free mind become the youth. Mm-hmm. Oh, what they do? Oh, they bullshitting. Damn, come on, old 3-letter ass niggas, leave my goddamn live stream alone.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
And I actually said I wanna play all these videos. They're like 5 minutes, but I told myself I want to play all of them. You know. What? Oh, sorry. Come on, man, with that bullshit. Okay, got music, then it's just, I just wanted the visual. That was a reminder to myself, all right? Cause that shit give me copyright strikes and shit. We'll wait for these haters. So yeah, man. We can go on doing show and prove the game I play.
Dom the Monko.
Oh, it's gonna get deep. I'm just trying to play it in order, but this is gonna be a ride. We just really, you know what I'm saying? We just doing jumping jacks right now, try. We just doing jumping jacks.
Citadel, and the Citadel is a fortress that the Native Americans or the Anasazi built. Not gonna like go home or man.
All right, so this is called, all right, the Citadel, the Anasazi ruins, Citadel in the sky, the fortress in the sky. All right. But he on some kind of hike. I want you to see this shit, bro.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Up at the top of this mesa or bluff. So their fortress is going to be right over here, and this is the bridge right here. And there used to be a wall that they had built, so there's one way onto it and one way off. And that's
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
And see, that's why before we even got into all of this greatness, I wanted to first show and prove that the people there are not. They didn't build this.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed
They didn't build this. All right. Now we already know from the Montezuma Castle build, the previous build, that the method in which they build these structures that we've seen, you know, earlier in the video and in the Montezuma Castle, the same method of masonry is still used today. All right? Today.
Because you're going to feel like alone. Intimate Yaki on the ball number 9. Because I do not play.
That's so cool. I will.
Sanctuary.
So we had to take that first little hour just to kind of connect some dots about who's out here in Utah, who built these structures, where they went. You know what I'm saying? And now even the ones out on the reservation that they done watched, them niggas still solid, bro. You can tell they still solid. Like, and that's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all got to chill out with some of this shit, bro. Cause some of these niggas is our people, bro. Some of these niggas is my people, bro. Respectfully, bro.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Respectfully, my nigga. Maybe that's why God made me who I am. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all gotta chill out with all that shit. Cause some of these niggas is our niggas, bro. Bro, let me show you something, bro. Bro. These some Ute teams, all right? Now we know they've been mixed and all this shit, but listen to what these niggas say, bro. Listen to what these niggas say, bro. These some kids, all right? These gonna be some kids we about to hear. Children. They on the reservation, all right? Northern Ute teens.
Like any form of entertainment. We were depicted as the savages, the bad ones, the born killers, the ones who feel no pain, like pretty much.
Huh, bro?
Actually, we were the.
Hold on.
Any form of entertainment. We were depicted as the savages, the bad ones, the born killers, the ones who feel no pain, like demons.
Now you see what they done did to niggas now, all right?
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
But the spirit is in the blood, my nigga.
Dom the Monko.
Listen to my nigga.
Dom the Monko.
Stood our ground, and all we wanted was to defend our lands, our sacred places that we have. But that couldn't happen at all. 90% of our population is wiped all across.
So they telling him on the reservation, 90% of the youths, all right? 90% of these black ass niggas already dead. What you talking about? They dead.
Dom the Monko.
They told him y'all dead.
Dom the Monko.
And see, then they got the spy ass motherfucking infiltrator motherfuckers, all right? Fake motherfucking $5 ass Slavs. All in the mix, really just doing the same shit these Pan-African niggas doing. You know what I'm saying? They on both sides of the chessboard, my nigga. The chessboard black and white.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Niggas say, man, you need to go back over there and talk to the Pan-Africans again. I said, man, I already destroyed them niggas in 5 minutes, bro. You know how many things I destroyed with one article from 1832? I destroyed that niggas thought they was African. I destroyed that niggas called themselves African. I destroyed that niggas wanted to go to Africa. I destroyed that niggas knew anything about Africa. Also destroyed that niggas didn't have no white friends.
Dom the
What the fuck I'm gonna go back over there for?
Dom the
surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Return, I will not. No. We will never remove to Africa.
Dom the Monko.
I suggest Canada.
Dom the Monko.
And the next time I come over there, if I do, I will have to bring my own spot checker, Raymond. Everybody say hi to Raymond. See if this nigga got a spot.
Let's go with this bitch, Jake.
Let's show Raymond the birthmark, that's all.
The sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Raymond just want to see if you got a birthmark. Oh, child, he ain't no harm.
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
Now you take it easy with these folks now, Ray. They from across the water. Oh, yeah. You just want to check your birthmark. Ain't nothing to be worried about. All right. Check my nigga out.
Mad. Like when I watch him, I see bloodshed all throughout. I just see natives dying left and right for no reason. We were taught like they were all these good people, like Abraham Lincoln, the one who freed the slaves and everything. He freed one culture but enslaved another by putting all of us on reservations like today. And tiny reservations, because we once had this entire American land, but now all we have is this tiny piece to share like between every nation we have. And some nations we have lost throughout 200 years or so. Just makes me mad to see that. Like when you search up like native culture, you'll see whites. I'm not trying to offend anyone here, but you'll see whites well, it is kind of offending to us. You'll see whites
Down
dressed
the
up as
Mongo.
natives. You'll see them in headdresses. And headdresses are like
the
the holiest
Mongo.
thing, like that represent us as higher people. That's like us wearing badges on our chest saying that we're Marines when actually we never did anything. And it just makes me so mad.
Do you guys think that there's still racism towards Indians?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Especially going
Very
to school.
discriminating.
Yeah,
Like
especially
going
out
to
of white
Mormon
school.
Like going to white school.
White school.
Yeah.
That's one thing I didn't say.
Like
That's just like
us three, we go to a white school. Or us four. Or him. So we go to a white school. There's like 15 of us to like 50. And it's just sad to see that. And like in history we'll be learning about this. We'll be so mad, and you'll see whites acting like they're natives. Like you watch the show, they were sitting there calling. It was about the Lakotas and Buffalo and stuff. And later that day, we actually seen white people pretending that they were Lakota with like they had like rope. And they acting like they were lassos. They were just going around people yelling Tatanka, Tatanka. Oh my god, pissed me off so much. We were depicted as the lower race too at our school. To them we are considered the retarded ones, the dumb ones who will never make it in life. But what we're trying to do, we want to succeed as much as they do, while they're just sitting there discriminating.
Down the Mongo.
Like, what I want to do, I actually want to see an actual racist-free America.
Down the Mongo.
We were getting in trouble too for showing our culture of the bear dance. Our principal is telling us that we can't do that anymore.
And she told us that we needed permission to do anything tribal. Called our bear dance stupid.
On the reservation?
Stupid.
Really?
And we got threatened to get suspended.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Huh, bruh? Fuck they doing to these babies, nigga. And fuck you niggas if you don't like it, nigga, cause these they grandparents, stupid.
Down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog?
Tabernacle, sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Fuck you talking about? Communist ass nigga.
Okay, I'm reloading. On the ball number 9. I do not play.
That's St. Clair and I.
Tabernacle, sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Stupid bitch. It's not of competition, it's of cooperation. Stupid ass house nigga.
Someone said someone's on cocaine, and I was like, who's on cocaine? Who's on cocaine? You ready? Let's do it.
Okay.
Who the hell is paying you to do this?
It's none of your fucking business.
Now that was a blank that time. The next one is gonna go right through your throat.
I
Now,
can't.
who's paying you to do it?
I can't tell you. They'll kill me if they find out.
Okay. You got 3 seconds. And if you don't tell me, I'm gonna kill you right now.
All right. I work for Big Daddy.
I work for Big Daddy.
Nobody fools with the guy.
I work for Big Daddy.
Subscribe to the Unconquered Tribe.
You
You
tell
are
Big
now
Daddy.
live
Nobody.
with the Incredible.
Nobody.
You tell Big Daddy. Nobody fools with the guy.
This is Hawk School for the gifted and the elect.
All my diamonds dance and my crib look like Atlantis.
Peace to the tribes, peace to the tribes.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
So we got some drone footage, and apparently they won't let you fly the drones over there anymore. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna check out a couple minutes of this. I just want to make sure we could get the best quality possible. All right, we're gonna check this shit out. So this is drone footage from Mesa Verde and the cliff dwellings. All right, with the balcony house area. All right.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Okay, I'm reloaded.
All cliff dwellings. Yeah, now they want to fuck with my stream. All right. We live here, bro. All right. See, you can't see it in here. All right. We living all in here, my nigga. Niggas is living all in here.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
I want you to get a good full view of the area. We're gonna get it up. I want you to get a feel for the area. Yeah, they want to fuck with my stream. This is Utah. This is Judah. All right. Stolen land.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
Oh, it's gonna get real deep. We're gonna do a little bit of the prophecies. You know, it's so much all correlates. I didn't want to like. I'm striving, like I say, just to keep all the right pieces in the right places by the grace of the Most High. You know what I'm talking about? But I don't think we really even looked into this. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us haven't traveled. I have no idea that any of this exists. And you see these people. Hold on, go back. They all in the penthouse and shit. All right, boom. Come on back, man. Come on back. All right. Let me make this larger here. And you can see the people. All right, you see the people all down in here? See, when we do a close-up, that's where they are. All right? They call them cliff dwellings. All right? Now they inside. Teepees?
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Well, look at that craftsmanship, tribe. Hey, man, respectfully, you know, I'm not too proud to say, bro, I didn't know shit about this shit right here, bro. I ain't seen this shit. I would have been pulled up over here.
Dom the Mongo. The Mo.
All right, stole all the good shit out of there. All right, when them got down, they went in that bitch 3K, stole everything, and now they want to put up a do not enter sign for us when we want to go in that motherfucker.
Dom the Mongo.
3K, boy. So this is the Mana, what is it? Manitois? The Manitois, some shit. Manitois Springs. All right, this is another Anasazi cliff dwelling. All right, now that we know that the Anasazi are the ancient enemies, nigga, we know who's who, nigga. Quit playing. All right, and like I said, I was watching another video, and it may be on here, and the girl is straight saying that they was the enemy, and they named damn near every motherfucking Indian nigga I ever heard of. I said they were the enemy of all these people, the Comanches, all that shit, Apaches, all types of shit. Let me see. Yeah, so this site is now used as an outdoor architectural museum. All right, they been robbed the shit out this motherfucker, bro. Let me get my sound on, because we got a couple that's going to really drop some jewels. But first, I want you to see that it's not an anomaly. All right.
To educate people on their culture. Please enjoy.
I see in this, and you see on, you know, they love sport. And let's go back. It says the horno. All right. Spanish for beehive-shaped oven was made of adobe bricks covered with earth and straw used for baking bread. Fire was built on the oven floor and left to burn for hours. The opening is partially covered by a large flat rock. When the fire burned out, the ashes were removed, and bread dough was placed inside with a long-handled breadboard. Up to 30 one-pound loaves could be baked at the same time. So this ain't just no oven, nigga. This is the bakery oven.
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh?
Motherfucker, you can't make 30 loaves of bread in your oven right now, nigga. Fuck out of here. All right. But that reminds me. So the Spanish. We keep seeing all these Spanish references. And, you know, we know about Estebancio. You know what I'm saying? He allegedly walked from Florida all the way to goddamn Mexico. You know what I'm saying? And the goddamn niggas running behind him by the 2 and 300s. You know what I'm saying? He teaching them goddamn alchemy from motherfucking the goddamn schools, high sciences and shit. Same shit, look. He just teaching niggas as he walking. He teaching niggas the same shit that these niggas done goddamn stole and can't even figure out because they ain't got the right spirit to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
That's why it's simple to us. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Bro, I was a 5%er. 11th letter of the alphabet is K, bro. 11, K, bro. It's K, bro. 11 plus 11 plus 11, KKK. It's 33, my nigga. It's not.
Dom the Mongo.
My nigga. Like, I'm like Lamptey, my nigga. I'm really from here, my nigga. I'm really from here. Now, as far as you niggas are concerned, the niggas on the couch with so much to say. I am the Incredible Hawk. This is Hawk School for the Gifted and the Elect. We are broadcasting live from the Immaculate Republic of Atlantis. And you got to talk to Raymond.
Dom the
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket.
Raymond's ready for next in line. Respectfully. Now let me drop some jewels here that I found real quick before we get too far in the high techness of, you know what I mean, Atlantis, you know, all the greatness that we have given the world around us. Rightfully so. That's what we made of. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them change it. Don't let them fool you.
That's the same clone I
wear. The sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Don't let them hating ass niggas in the bleachers change you, tribe. I know you won't. And besides, I believe they're next up. Did they get their numbers? Raymond's ready.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Just trying to see if you got a birthmark, that's all. You know, we've been through a lot here in Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's too much to ask. We don't check IDs, but we definitely checking birthmarks.
Dom DeMarco.
Respectfully.
Dom DeMarco.
All right, Raymond. I'm sure it's clean. So, I came across this very interesting writing, though, all right, because we keep seeing these references to Spanish. So I found these writings this is from the journey of Alvar Nunez Cabeza de Vaca, all right, written by him, all right, in 1540.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake.
Okay,
how you want it, dog?
I'm reloading.
Closed casket?
Annotation: Cabeza de Vaca, who lived from about 1490 to around 1557, was the first European to explore North America and leave a written record. All right. Let me make sure I just wanted to make sure Raymond was in the house, you know. He spooks out the visitors. He just wants to see if you got a birthmark. You don't mean no harm. Now, he was the first European to explore North America and leave a written record. His reports that great wealth lay north of Mexico led the Spanish to explore Arizona and New Mexico. Cabeza de Vaca was a member of a Spanish expedition that set out to colonize Florida in 1527. And you know, it's crazy as I'm reading this, you know, I'm just reading. And the shit I be finding, bro, like you niggas really got to start reading shit, bro. I can't read all this shit by myself.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
But check this shit out, all right? Because what we've come to find is that those Moors were in America, all right? That the Muslims were in America, all right? They're different. Moors, Moriscos, all that. You know what I'm talking about? What we're saying is that we control both sides of the water. All right, we're a mighty, mighty empire. As you can see, niggas was living in apartment buildings, high rises, 950 AD, some shit. All right.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
And I've come to consider like yeah, we control both sides of the water. And that this culture that they call Islam now is all the culture of the American Indian, the Aboriginal. All right? This moral code. But see, as I get deeper into the prophecies, and I've been, you know, I've been watching like elders, Native American, quote unquote, elders from like 1970 and seeing what these niggas talking about. You know what I'm talking about? And niggas really know that we motherfucking God manifests in the flesh, my nigga. Like,
Dom
these niggas know that.
Dom DeMarco.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh?
The great spirit is in us. It ain't on us. You know what I'm talking about? And so I'm like, man, this culture, you know, because I ain't gonna lie, I blow my own mind with the research. I really want to pull up these images, even though we've done the bills. You know what I mean? But you know these niggas, bro. You know, niggas don't read nothing. Like I can read it to a nigga, and the motherfucker don't get it, bro. So I put it in closed caption for the hearing impaired in case you deaf.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Like that's like reading it 3 times, tribe. That's reading on, letters on, reading on, reading on. What the fuck, bro? and they still don't get it. You have the depiction of the Arabian slave, the Arabian master, Arabian master with his Slavic slave boy, Paleface man, what man they pan.
Cause you gonna smell my cologne.
Okay, I'm reloading.
On the bar number 9, but I do not play.
That's the same clone I wear.
Tabernacle, sanctuary, cause we keep God first in everything we do.
Hey.
Man slave, pan slave. Now, we also know that the artifacts, excuse me, let me pull this up. The artifacts that are to be found in the Americas are very telling of a culture, all right? Because as I'm looking at the prophecies, should I say, yeah, I'll say looking at it, because I'm seeing them. You know what I'm talking about?
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog, huh? Closed casket?
But as I'm looking at the prophecies, they foretell of a people being destroyed for worshiping idols, for becoming too arrogant. You know, the same old Atlantis story. We know what we did wrong. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got full of theyself. But as I'm looking into the story of, you know, the ancient ones, the ancient enemies for them, you know, the ancestors for us.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog, huh? Closed casket?
Yeah, a little eye candy while you wait.
Down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
Okay, I'm reloading.
But we find the artifacts in what, because these are from the Mississippian mound builders. All right, we find things like this. All right, that predate anyone coming here.
Down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
That's another knockout. Most definitely. We also found the South Carolina Old Sheldon Church ruins, which are clearly a mosque. I mean, get
down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
Just another mosque. Another mosque they destroyed. And even, you know, when they found supposed to be the Mayans, all right? Which is the same thing you're gonna find in the Anasazi ruins. All right, and I'll pull that up in a minute. But I'm kind of, you know, all over the place. The point is that Islam, as we know it, has become something else. It's been infiltrated like Christianity, I'm sure. All right. The prophecies all correlate though. And now we realize that since we know we control both sides of the ocean, where did these niggas go? You couldn't have killed all these niggas. All right, because we know niggas. Somebody gonna get away.
Down the Mongo.
Put some gems in the chat. If one of these niggas gonna get away. All right. So we know Estebancio came over here teaching high science. Now, in the annotation, we hear Cabasa being described as a European, the first European to explore North America. But we've also found primary sources where the Spanish have been referred to as a Negro continent. Right?
Down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
A Negro continent. But and that would change everything. That would change so much. You know what I'm saying? Because we know all the first schools were over there in Cairo, but these niggas talk all that chemist shit, bro. It was a motherfucking Muslim country, nigga. For niggas speak Arabic. Talk about, bro. What you thought you could speak hieroglyphics, my nigga? They're pictures, my nigga. Nobody can speak emoji. All right? You can't speak emojis, all right? So we couldn't really prove this though. We still, that still isn't enough. Well, I'm reading this document and this is very, very telling of who the Spanish were and also who Cabasa, all right, what's his name? Alvar Nunez Cabasa de Vaca is. We're gonna skip past the annotations. Let's say Cabasa de Vaca and 80 Spanish castaways landed on Galveston Island along the Texas coast. For the next 8 years, he and other survivors traveled overland, living with various Indian tribes, sometimes as slaves and at times as shamans.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh?
Wait, what?
Closed casket?
As shaman? Well, that's very strange, tribe. Disease and conflict with Indians killed all but 4 of the travelers: Cabasa de Vaca, Alonso de Castillo, Andres Dorantes, and Dorantes Slave, the first African to set foot in what is now the United States. A Moroccan Moor converted to Christianity named Estevancio. All right, we already know Estevancio is a goddamn nigga. Right? That's how he moved away here, stupid. He was coming home. We already did that. You go look and see. Now check out what the documents say though. They got caught up, all right, because they tried to hate on him. They tried to hate on this nigga, De Vaca, Alvar Nunez, all right? Check out what he says. Let me fast forward. I don't want to read too much, but you just won't get it. It says, we traveled over a great part of our country and found it all deserted and all the people had fled to the mountains. Fled to the mountains? Well, see, that's why I said all this is important and all this connects because we know that them niggas was going home, all right?
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
I don't need that. I don't need that A-Rab no more either. So it says they fled to the mountains, all right? But pay attention. We traveled over a great part of the country and found it all deserted as the people had fled to the mountains, leaving houses and fields out of fear of the Christians. All right? This filled our hearts with sorrow, seeing the land so fertile and beautiful, so full of water and streams, but abandoned, and the places burned down, and the people so thin and wan, fleeing and hiding. And so you got to understand that these people, this religion of theirs,
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
this religion of theirs requires them, as I've learned, to burn their enemy so that they won't come back. It's to purify them.
Okay, I'm reloading. I
digress. These filled our hearts with sorrow, seeing the land so fertile and beautiful, so full of water and streams, but abandoned, and the places burned down, and the people so thin and wan, fleeing and hiding. And as they did not raise any crops, their destitution had become so great that they ate tree bark and roots. Now remember, this ain't us, we left. Pay attention. They brought us blankets, which they had been concealing from the Christians, and gave them to us and told us how the Christians had penetrated into the country before and had destroyed and burnt the villages, taking with them half of the men and all of the women and children. And how those who could escaped by flight, and how those who could escaped by flight. Wait, what?
Dom DeMarco.
They just ran, that's all.
Dom DeMarco.
He just ran. Oh, I wanted to show you them all the new niggas. All the new Indians. They was the new Indians. But we're gonna keep the true Indians on here while we read about this. About how we truly interacted with the Spanish. All right. What really went down. Why they calling them Europeans, all right? Fucking up the whole shit. You can't understand shit. You don't know who's who. You don't know. You can't even be a goddamn racist because you don't know who you are.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog?
You can't even be a proper God-fearing racist in America anymore. Everything all mixed up. Seeing them in this plight, afraid to stay anywhere, and that they neither would nor could cultivate the soil, preferring to die rather than suffer such cruelties, while they showed the greatest pleasure at being with us, we began to apprehend that the Indians who were in arms against the Christians might ill-treat us in retaliation for what the Christians did to them. But when it pleased God, our Lord, to take us to those Indians, they respected us and held us precious as the former had done, and even a little more, at which we were not a little astonished, while it clearly shows how, in order to bring those people to Christianity and obedience until your imperial majesty, they should be well treated and not otherwise. They had seen the Christians and watched their movements under cover of some trees behind which they concealed themselves, and saw Christians take many Indians along in chains. Having seen positive traces of Christians and become satisfied, they were very near. We gave many thanks to our Lord in redeeming us from our sad and gloomy condition, blah, 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 blah. So he calling a motherfucker, all right? He says, seeing their reluctance in the morning, I took with me the Negro and 11 Indians. All right, now the African became the Negro. In the annotations, he's the African. All right, remember that. Annotation. He didn't say nothing about no African.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog?
He said you taking a nigga with him. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Stay with me. So he took the nigga with him. All right, I took with me the Negro and 11 Indians, and following the trail went in search of the Christians. On that day, we made 10 leagues, passing 3 places, because this little writing is going to tell you a whole lot real quick. Passing 3 places where they had slept, the next morning I came upon 4 Christians on horseback, who, seeing me in such strange attire and in company with Indians, were greatly startled. They stared at me for quite a while, speechless. So great was their surprise that they could not find words to ask me anything. I spoke first and told them to lead me to their captain, and we went together to Diego de Alcaraza, their commander. After I had addressed him, and he said that he was himself in a plight, and as for many days he had been unable to capture Indians and did not know where to go. Also that starvation was beginning to place them in great distress. I stated to him that in the rear of me, at a distance of 10 leagues, were Durantes and Castillo and many people who had guided us through the country. All right, because they got a gang of niggas with them. You know what I'm saying? It's tribe. Because they got the way we move, bro, and it's still how we move. Same reason niggas like mad at goddamn mob ties, because goddamn Takeoff got knocked out there, God bless his soul, and Duke the Jeweler. All right, why? Because they from somewhere else and they was under his protection. Don't you know that's an Indian custom? So that's why they was walking with the nigga, bro, because they got to make sure the nigga good till they get to the next group of niggas that they know they can leave with them and make sure the nigga good. That's our culture.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Cause you gonna smell my cologne. Intimate on some bar number 9. Cause I do not play.
So that's why they follow him.
Tabernacle sanctuary. Cause we keep God first in everything we do.
After I'd addressed him, he said that he was himself in a plight as for many days he had been unable to capture Indians and did not know where to go. Also, that starvation was beginning to place them in great distress. I stated to him that in the rear of me at a distance of 10 leagues, all right, some niggas back here with me, were Durantes and Castile, my niggas way in the back, all right, with many people who had guided us through the country. He had once dispatched 3 horsemen with 50 of his Indians, and the Negro went with them as a guide, all right? While I remained and asked them to give me certified statement of the date, year, month, and the day when I had met them, also the condition in which I had come, with which request they complied. See, they got to write it down. It's all happening, my nigga. Now peep this though. It's where the shit get crazy. All right. It's gonna teach you a lot. Let me get off our buildings. Let me get out our condos. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that. White slaves and Arabs that look like niggas. We don't need that right now. All right. Boom. 5 days later, all right, it said which I had come, with which request they complied. It says 5 days later, Andres Durantes and Alonso de Castillo came with those who had gone in quest of them. They brought along more than 600 Indians from the village, the people of which the Christians had caused. Now look, now it's only 50 niggas with them. He just told them I got 50 niggas with me, but I need you to write down how I pulled up on you so you can send the shit to him and let him know. He lying, all right? So he immediately write down they brought about 600 Indians because he trying to convince a motherfucker to keep funding him to be over here. All right?
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
So now this is what they writing down. He said, because I asked them, you know what I'm saying? He had once dispatched. He's saying, what happened when I told him I got niggas with me? He dispatched, oh, that's his 50. He dispatched his 50 Indians, all right, to send them to go see what's going on. All right. So he said he brought along more than 600 Indians from the village, the people of which the Christians had caused to flee to the woods and who were hiding about the country. Those who had come with us as far as that place had taken them out out of their place of concealment, turning them over to the Christians. They also dispatched the others who had come that far. So now they start grabbing niggas up, all right? Thereupon we had many and bitter quarrels with the Christians. So now this Spanish nigga, all right? I said Spanish nigga. Did I say nigga on accident?
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
You communist ass niggas. I got a video coming up about y'all. So make sure y'all check that out. I don't know, it's Blueprints of Communism, some shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm reloading.
I'm gonna cook these communist ass niggas in a second. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the Unconquered Tribe. Let me teach though. All right. He said, thereupon we had many and bitter quarrels with the Christians, for they wanted to make slaves of our Indians. Wait, I thought the Spanish came and enslaved them.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
This is a primary source. This is from his writings, all right? It's from digital history, all right? .uh.edu, all right? Author, Alvar Nunez Cabasa de Vaca, date 1542.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Now, let's get back to this Islam. You know what I'm talking about? He said, thereupon we had many and bitter quarrels with the Christians, for they wanted to make slaves of our Indians, and we grew so angry at it that at our departure we forgot to take along many bows, pouches, and arrows, also the 5 emeralds.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Yeah, the 5 emeralds. Niggas rushed off. Niggas getting grabbed up. They arguing with the Christians. It's in his writing. Oh, but wait, it gets better. Just in case you, oh, maybe he a cool white dude, check this out. They insisted upon accompanying us. Let's see. It say, we gave the Christians a great many cowskin robes. All right, so they gave them niggas leather jackets. All right? Cowskin robes. If you don't know, it's a leather jacket. Leather trench coat, nigga. They giving the shit away. All right? Leave us the fuck alone, bro. Leave my niggas alone. Now, these still niggas. All right? There's still niggas there. All right. But check it out though. Listen what he said, bro. He said, we gave the Christians many cowskin robes and other objects and had much trouble in persuading the Indians to return home and plant their crops in peace. All right, y'all just go home and chill out, bro. Wait, I thought these was the niggas conquering us and burning up everything.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog?
That's Central and I will. The sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Well, is nobody been to the motherfucking library, dog? Like, respectfully, my nigga. All these niggas talking about they master teachers, bro. Like, it's a whole lot of shit niggas ain't saying, though. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, the one elder say that the white man put a goddamn one eye on the motherfucking dollar bill cause he don't trust himself enough to put 2 eyes on that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? He said he always use 1 eye because he don't even trust himself. He ain't even looking with both eyes, motherfucker. You don't trust you old peekaboo ass nigga. No disrespect, Raymond. I know you just cleaning up, man. Just keep on cleaning up, man. Who next, man? Raymond ready, man.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Spot check.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
That shit never demonetize me, y'all. You know how I get. You know how I get. Get to exposing these motherfucking KKK members. You know what I'm talking about? Leave me the fuck alone.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Hey, look, I'm gonna show y'all. Let me finish reading this and I'm gonna show y'all how turned out be. All right. Anyway, he say, they insisted upon accompanying us until, according to their custom, we should be in the custody of other Indians because otherwise they were afraid to die, my nigga. Huh? What I just told you. The Indians like, bro, we ain't finna leave you, my nigga. We gotta stay with you, bro. Goddamn Great Spirit gonna goddamn kill me, nigga. I'll let something happen to you, bro. This is our culture. All right. Documented in primary sources.
I'm reloaded.
I'm reloaded. Let's get it, man. I gotta talk my shit. Because we really the untouchables. You know what I'm talking about? So he say, they insisted upon accompanying us until, according to their custom, we should be in the custody of other Indians because otherwise they were afraid to die. Besides, as long as we were with them, they had no fear of the Christians and of their lances. All right. And all this, the Christians were greatly vexed and told their own interpreters, wait for it, to say to the Indians, what are you going to say to them? How we were of their own race, but had gone astray for a long while.
Surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
Well, I guess Mr. Devaka clearly ain't no pale face if you want to tell these niggas that he done that.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
Okay, I'm reloading.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
About time to spot check some of you niggas, man. Raymond's ready for next.
Dom DeMarco.
Who got next?
Dom DeMarco.
So clearly, this concept we have of these so-called European Spanish is a very different concept of what they have of themselves. All right. I'll finish this up. After we had dispatched the Indians in peace and with thanks for what they had gone through with and for us, the Christians out of mistrust sent us to a certain Alcalde Cebreros who had with him 2 other men. He took us through the forest and uninhabited country in order to prevent our communicating with the Indians, in reality also to prevent us from seeing or hearing what the Christians were carrying on. This clearly shows how the design of men sometimes miscarry. We went on with the idea of ensuring the liberty of the Indians, and when we believed it to be assured, the opposite took place. The Spaniards had planned to fall upon those Indians we had sent back in fancied security and in peace, and that plan they carried out. Wait, the Spaniards? Who was he?
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
Who is he? Who is he then? Who is he? That's the center and shit don't even want to hear what he got to say. Let's connect some heavy dots. All right, first, let's connect some real heavy dots real quick. Because now that you're getting this understanding about, how these cultures is moving across the globe or moving across the water, I want you to get a load of something. I don't know what's up with this brother here. I'll keep it moving now, respectfully. Now,
Islam.
Because just like the stories in Christianity and other stories, all these fake stories about all this other stuff that's really about America, all right? But I want you to see a quick correlation and some greatness real quick.
Oldest heritage. City called Hegra or Al-Hijr. You will see huge mountains with unbelievably beautiful carvings and constructions. Archaeologists say that construction in a mountain is not the job of an ordinary human. Today we use powerful machinery for that. The people who once lived here must be exceptionally strong and powerful. Who were these people? What place is this? You will be amazed to know that this place is called the Maidan-e-Saleh. This was the home of the people of Hazrat.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Stay with me.
This was the home of the Qawm Thamud, the people of Hazrat Saleh. This nation was known for their strength and long lives. They were magically skilled, as nobody else could make mountain carvings and constructions like they did.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
As nobody else could make mountain carvings and construct magically skilled, as they were magically skilled, as nobody else could make mountain carvings and constructions like they did. This area was very fertile and green. They had sufficient grains and crops every year. But all this made them proud and arrogant. The rich among them used to torture and kill the poor. They had treasures of gold and diamonds, but they had become cruel people. Allah sent Hazrat Saleh for their guidance. Here is how Allah has explained this story in the Quran. And remember how He made you inheritors of the land after the Aad people and gave you habitations in the land. You build for yourself palaces and castles in open plains and carve out homes in the mountains. So bring to remembrance the benefits you receive from Allah and refrain from mischief and evil on the earth. While some people accepted Saleh, others demanded that he perform a miracle in order to prove his prophethood. They challenged him to produce for them a camel out of the...
Produce a what, tribe? Oh, if you don't think it's no camels in Texas, welcome to Hawk School for the Because remember, this is the land of Judah. All right? Stay with me.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Others demanded that he perform a miracle in order to prove his prophethood. They challenged him to produce for them a camel out of the nearby rocks. Saleh prayed and the miracle took place by Allah's permission. The camel appeared, living among them.
Now, for those that are new to this and who don't trade with people from multiple cultures and multiple languages and, shit like that, you find yourself, trapped in a language barrier, all right? Respectfully. When he say Allah, you can replace it with Great Spirit, God, however you call it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to get caught up in all that, all right? Pay attention. Shit is going to get deep, tribe. They hiding everything, man. They hiding everything, but we hawking. You know what I'm talking about? And see, the beautiful is, we really got so much shit. Like, on deck over here at Hawk School to really correlate what we be talking about. You know what I'm saying? That we know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who got down, always tune in. I'm gonna shout you out in just a minute. You know what I'm talking about? Because you are the best of people. Raised for the great man. But we got so much shit on deck, we can connect these dots just from what we know. So, you know, most of us, we the keepers of the shit. You know what I'm saying? We them niggas that had it on cap. You know what I'm saying? We was designated for this shit. You know what I mean? So niggas know what they got on cap, but just check the story. Stay with me. I got you. We about halfway there.
And the miracle took place by Allah's permission. The camel appeared, living among them, and gave birth to a calf. Some people thus believed in Saleh's prophethood, while others continued to reject him. It was a she-camel, a miracle. Hazrat Saleh told the people of the Thamud to be respectful of her. They disobeyed, and 2 people from among them killed the innocent camel. As a punishment for this, Allah sent an earthquake in the middle of the night, and the next morning they were all dead. None of them woke up ever again. Allah says in the Quran, thereupon a shocking catastrophe seized him, so that they lay prostrate in their dwellings. What remained were their huge and gigantic buildings and monuments they had made from mountains and hard rocks. When Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, passed by this place while going for Ghazwa Tabuk, he specifically showed the Sahaba this deserted place. While going for Ghazwa Tabuk, he specifically showed
Now y'all see this right here? This America. You see what I'm talking about?
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
for Ghazwa Tabuk, he specifically showed the Sahaba this deserted place as an ibrat. He told them to drink water only from one well, which was once used by Camel Hazrat Saleh alayhi salam.
Now, right by these places, it's a well. All right. It's a well.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. I want a dog.
The camel of the Most High, the camel of the Supreme, greatest, keep getting greater, creator. Drank from a well. All right. Now, this place does exist there as well, but I want you to hear the story, all right? Because as you see, this story correlates. Stay with me. I will not waste your time.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, prohibited them to eat or drink anything else from that area and pass through it rather quickly, because it is from that area. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, prohibited them to eat or drink anything else from that area and pass through it rather quickly, because it is a sign of ibrat, and you should not make it a place of enjoyment and amusement. But today, brothers and sisters, the Saudi government has arranged a 2-month-long program of entertainment and amusement in the Maidan-e-Saleh. This place has been a mystery for thousands of years, and not many people had seen this before. But today, musical concerts and amusement fairs are being celebrated. Here is something even amazing about this place. This mysterious place is extremely unprotected and dangerous. Scientists have discovered a huge hole in the ozone layer of the atmosphere right above this destroyed region. Thousands of years ago, a huge earthquake had diminished the protective layers of the earth underground as well. This puts this risk of earthquake damages, ultraviolet rays damage, various skin diseases, cancers, and
somebody try to blow that motherfucker up, my nigga. Hold on. And that's the Chaco. What I was showing you.
Remains
Pueblo,
of early settlers in the wilderness. Chaco.
Look, more. Hold on, B. More. Look what this shit say, bro. Now this is UNESCO. All right. It's UNESCO.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket.
And this should say, for over 2,000 years, Pueblo peoples, bitch, people.
Dom the Monko.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Dom the Monko.
Bro, let me name shit, bro. Let me name them, bro. We do nomenclature in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We do nomenclature. We'll name this shit. All right. I digress. Oh, and Raymond says he's ready.
Dom the Monko.
Shit for America.
Dom the Monko.
People. For all you scholarly niggas, all right? According to UNESCO, this is people occupied this region, all right? If you want to know who lived here, it was people, nigga. According to UNESCO.
This is Chaco Canyon in New Mexico in the United States. In this canyon are the remains of a small cluster of settlements dating back 1,000 years. 400 such settlements are scattered over a wide area.
Wait a minute, this in New Mexico?
Okay, I'm reloading.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket.
Boy, these goddamn hating ass niggas. I know they mad. You know what I'm talking about? These hating ass niggas how you goddamn chasing these dirty miles, shawty. You know what I'm talking about? But you know, Islam said we don't worship the grave, my nigga. We don't worship the grave.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket.
And once I realized all these motherfuckers was digging up the graves and eating niggas, you know what I'm saying? Eating mummies and shit like that, I knew I couldn't goddamn go looking and finding no answers in the graves. We got the keys to Atlantis. We found the motherfucking castle.
Dom the Monko.
Okay,
the castle, the palaces. We still here.
Area.
Well, you nigga, how you goddamn playing in the mud, my nigga? We ain't no goddamn swine, no khanzir.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket.
The people who used to live here are known as Pueblos. They are descendants.
She say the people who used to live here is known as people, my nigga. Bro, we so thorough over here, man, in high school, man. Shout out to your motherfucking self. This is a good time for a shout out. Because you got this bitch from UNESCO talking about the people that used to live here is called people. Bitch, what?
Okay, I'm reloading.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh?
This bitch say the people that live here is called people. Let me get some shout outs, man, to everybody who rocking with me right now, man. Shout out Yamaha Gold in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Tribe. Man, Sanusa, Prince Justice, L. Eel Bay in this piece. American Indian Michimi. I hope I said that right. Michimi. American Indian Michimi. All right. The Godfeather, Monaga, Tribe.
Surgical with this bitch.
We at Nike 903. I see you. Tribe. Bijou. Noble Atum Bay Tribe. Who else we got in here? Wood Yahweh in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Tribe, Good Green. Jay Woke. Dre Cobb Music in the building. Empress Awaken.
Okay.
Y'all needed y'all. King Morpheus. L. Don't forget the L. I ain't gonna forget the L, child. I know what you're doing. Respect the L. Reginald Jones. Zoe Hustle. Tribe. Said King Morpheus. C. Roberts. Old dude. Yeah, salute. Tribe. Shit alive, man. You know, this be too high, heavy for, you know, a lot of people. You know, but like I say, the grapevine is a real thing. You know, we all connected. You know what I'm talking about? So salute yourself, man. Because you are the gifted and the elect.
Down the Mongo.
Let's get back to the people. All right. So you know this us here. It's the people. Some people. They people. The people. How you gonna name on the people? This how these motherfuckers is so scallywagged out, bro. Like, respectfully, bro. Respectfully. I need you to go see my nigga Raymond.
Down the Mongo.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Down the Mongo.
Raymond's ready. The people.
Descendants of indigenous Americans and were well established between the 9th and 12th centuries. These stone-built houses were mostly for multiple dwelling. Hold
on, what did the people build in New Mexico, y'all? What the people build? What the people build? Was it a dirt mound? Man, blew our shit up, nigga. What you talking about? And you know what? A nigga be having the audacity to say, well, where y'all records, where y'all paperwork? You stupid motherfucker. These niggas got whole cities 60, 90 feet under motherfucking water, and you talking about where's our paperwork? Nigga, is you stupid?
Okay, I'm reloading.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
So now we know that the so-called Native Americans who inhabited the land now that they like to call the Plain Indians, all right, that this was built by the people, all right, and the people still build lay brick like this now, all right, the people. This is what the people do, all right, according to UNESCO. This the work of the people. Do you hear me, people?
400 such settlements are scattered over a wide area.
The
people who used to live here are known as pueblos. The people who used to live here are known as pueblos. They are descendants of indigenous Americans and were well established between the descendants of indigenous Americans as pueblos. People who used to live here are known as pueblos. The people who used to live here are known as pueblos. They are descendants of indigenous Americans and were well established between the 9th and 12th centuries. These stone-built houses were mostly for multiple dwelling. It shows us that a unique social structure existed here. The remains of tableware and household goods were found here, proving that a highly developed civilization existed already.
Dom DeMarco.
Pueblo Bonito was the largest settlement in Chaco.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
Respectfully, Old Dulce Vice Lords built this,
Dom DeMarco.
according to UNESCO.
Dom DeMarco.
It was built by Vice Lords.
Chaco Canyon. Many buildings were constructed near each other in a semicircular area. These holes are the remains of the prayer halls known as kiva. The large number of kivas, of the prayer halls known. These holes are the remains of the prayer halls known as kiva.
Prayer halls. So we seen these same things way over there across the water, and they praying in theirs too.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
Kiva. The large number of kivas found on this site indicates that the place was a ritual site. Pueblo Bonito had about 40 kivas and is believed to have been a major religious center, drawing people from distant settlements. The diameter of this kiva measures about 20 meters. It was originally covered by a roof. Drums would beat loudly on the central stage. People would have sat on benches around the center and prayed. This kiva measures about 20 meters. The diameter of this kiva measures about 20 meters. It was originally covered by a roof. Drums would beat loudly on the central stage. People would have sat on benches around the center and prayed in rhythm with the drum beat. Behind the kiva.
Bitch, how you know what anybody was doing?
Dom DeMarco.
Okay,
Bitch, you don't even know them like that.
That's so cool.
You don't know what niggas doing. You don't know what niggas doing. How you know what niggas doing, bitch? Put some aliens in the chat. If we need to goddamn take this bitch straight down here to Raymond with this goddamn accent.
Dom DeMarco.
Where you from, dude?
Dom DeMarco.
You know, there's a lot of Asian activity. You know what I'm talking about? You just asking where you from. You know what I'm talking about? See what you do while you leaving. You know what I mean? You know, we ain't really cut from the cloth of leaving. You know, we known for, you know, remaining where we are, standing on our land. You know, we've been doing this shit for thousands.
Okay,
Dom DeMarco.
Don't wonder what you're doing here. Put some aliens in the chat, man. We got to send this bitch to Raymond, because Raymond ready, y'all cleaned up. We just want to see if you got a birthmark. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You might used to be in black. You know what I'm saying? We don't know where you came from.
okay, reloaded.
Dom DeMarco.
For lack of better term. Raymond's waiting. YouTube hate when I do this kind of shit, bro. But I do it for us.
Cause you gonna smell my cologne.
Okay, reloaded.
Number 9, cause I do not play.
That's the same clone I wear.
Tabernacle, sanctuary, cause we keep God first in everything we do.
Hey man, I might well enjoy it as long as goddamn they hate. You know what I'm saying?
Dom DeMarco.
There was accommodation for the worshippers. This is one of the buildings where they lodged. This structure had 5 stories.
Wait, what? A 5-story stone structure in New Mexico? These niggas want you to go debate by some motherfuckers.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh?
Let's debate this 5-story building, bitch ass nigga. Let's debate that. But nigga ain't built no goddamn 2-story since goddamn my great granddaddy them left motherfucking Liberia, my nigga.
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want it, dog?
Spot check, man. Raymond ready, man. Put some aliens in the chat. Put some aliens in the chat if you got a birthmark, man. How about that? We're gonna make it fair. We're gonna start from the top. I'll start from the top, man. Matter of fact, we're gonna put the space invader. We ain't no aliens, you know what I'm talking about? But we will invade your space. Spot check them, Raymond. You see he wiping it down? Wiping it down. Wiping it down. Here's a spot checker, Raymond.
Okay. The sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
If you got a birthmark, put a space invader in the chat, and we're gonna continue on, man. So Raymond know who's already been seen or doesn't need to be seen.
It is believed to have had 800 rooms or so inside.
Oh no, we gotta go slow. Hold on. We gotta go slow with that shit, child. Is this UNESCO? Wait. Is this UNESCO? Is UNESCO YouTube? Oh, okay.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch,
You said
Jay.
UNESCO
How you
YouTube.
want it, dog? Huh?
You said this UNESCO YouTube channel?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm reloading.
Hey man, if we see you in the chat and we don't see no alien, man, you know what I mean? We're gonna count them up. You know what I'm saying? And respectfully, I don't know if it was the respectfully. I don't know if it's the vaccinations or what, but my nigga Raymond can count like a motherfucker, so he checking. Nigga can count like Raymond. Better make sure you got some aliens in the chat. You know what I'm talking about? Raymond love aliens. You know what I'm talking about? We doing it for Raymond. You know what I mean? This Raymond request, my nigga. Raymond say he looking for some aliens. He love aliens. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what go down, but I tell him, look, Raymond, when you spot check them and you find out, the aliens, ain't no immigration office. You the goddamn admiral of this motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Raymond the immigration office, my nigga. But he love him some aliens. But I tell him just, do with him as you see fit, Raymond. And ever since, he has some strange infatuation with aliens. All right. Let me continue. Good guess.
This is one of the buildings where they lodged. This structure had 5 stories and is believed to have had 800 rooms or so inside.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Wooden logs were used to make the floors and ceilings. They were mostly pine logs, which didn't grow in this.
Wait, what? We gotta slow it down. We gotta be smooth with this shit. Nigga ain't talking about this shit. Wait, nigga had wood floors? So it's a 5-story, 800 room wood floors? What y'all want to debate? Y'all want to debate?
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
What we debating? Ain't nothing to debate. But what you can do, in between holding this L and whatever else you do, is debate who gonna be next to see my nigga Raymond, because he ready. And he looking for some aliens. He like Charles.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake.
How
you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket?
He might call, you know what I mean? You know, Charleston White, they got the goddamn the boys jumping down on looking for the little Chinese girls and shit. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. That's how Raymond is. He like the hell. You go watch see if you got a birthmark.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake.
You got
You want a
nothing to
dog?
worry about.
Huh? Closed casket?
Welcome to Atlantis. Good gas, man. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You ain't no alien because he looking for an alien, my nigga.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
You like Charleston White, man. That nigga like Charleston White, man. That nigga looking for some aliens, man. Let's get back to the people, man.
Wooden logs were used to make the floors and ceilings. They were mostly pine logs, which didn't grow in this area. Several roads lead to and from Pueblo Bonito. This is another indication that this place was once an important center of culture and worship.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
He say he looking for a certain whole tribe. Let me pause this. See, I just wanted you to get another look. Hold on. Oh yeah, this got music, man. Y'all know the rule. Let's see. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Slow down, shawty. Did we see this one already? Yeah, we may have. But look at, you know what I'm saying? This shit like, and then, you know, they tried to trick us with the whole shit talking about these ladders and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to dig in the archives, you know, because they still trying to cover the shit up. Oh, they used ladders. You got the nigga who been working at the motherfucking the national park on the last goddamn live stream. That nigga been working there since he was goddamn 15 years old. Fresh out the
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
He was lying like a motherfucker, tried. Come on, yeah, they used rope ladders and probably they had a special fiber rope and they would use the rope and they would intertwine the rope and they would use rope ladders and the Hopi people, they came in 1996 and they added they resurfaced some of the rock facing and you lying like a motherfucker.
Okay, I'm
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Closed casket?
The motherfucking gin or some shit, dog. Lying like a motherfucker. Lying ass nigga, dog. Fuck you talking about, bro? That nigga came bogus, didn't he try? Hold on. Cause you know, we be doing these long live streams, so motherfucker might be just tapping in and like, well, everybody knows. You know how niggas come in the chat, try nigga always be like, everybody knows they use rope ladders. One of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? One of them niggas. You know what I mean? That nigga black as shit right there too. Hold on. He told everybody know they use. Nigga, everybody know they have motherfucking steps.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog?
That's weird, dog. That's that Boy Scout shit, man. Make you believe that shit, man. Go see Raymond, man. Straight up, bro. You like TPs, nigga? You like Boy Scouts? Go see Raymond, nigga. You looking for some aliens? So is Raymond, nigga. Straight up. Straight up, my nigga. Saw some aliens. Yeah. My nigga Ray looking for some aliens too, try. Straight up. Respectfully. All right. So we done debunked this lying motherfucker on the next live stream.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog?
Okay, I'm reloading.
Hey man, I damn near want to pull this nigga up, man, and goddamn Show the nigga lying, talking about some goddamn rope ladders, dog.
Dom the Monko.
You motherfuckers, dog. I'm too smart for these scallywag lying motherfuckers, man. Don't see my nigga lying. Oh, Ray, they're ready. They're ready, Ray. Who's next? So yeah, we debunked that shit. All right, there's plenty steps right there, nigga. Count them up, screenshot it, count them up, my nigga. Plenty steps. All right. Oh, here go my homeboy right here. My scallywag homeboy. Now let me not disrespect this man. He be goddamn dropping jewels. Inaccessible cliff dwellings. Motherfucker can't even get to that shit. They couldn't even destroy it good enough, try, because that shit was beyond their comprehension. My nigga, this shit was too Atlantis. All right. Here go my nigga right here. Here. White boy right here, drop jewels. Hold on. Y'all know we've been rocking with him on all hella bills a long time ago. And been asleep,
a lot
bro.
of you have heard about.
Can't cover all this shit.
I did a video on this place about 5 years ago, first Ancient America series, where I covered about 12, 15 places, but this is Mesa Verde National Park, and it's right down here. Here's the location where the ruins are found. Certainly fascinating geology in this area. Stories are told in the land formations all over the ancient United States, but this is a very cool place. Let's go down to the most visited part of the park. I believe it's right down here. You notice that feature right here. There is a structure that some have hypothesized is an Orion temple. It has 3 main kivas in it. One appears to be a little smaller than the other. But that is just speculation.
Now, the reason they saying that is because the way that it aligns with the stars, okay?
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
And another fun factor is that these niggas built their houses, all right? Our ancestors, if you ask me.
Dom the Monko.
All houses face east.
Dom the Monko.
Okay, I'm reloading.
All houses built facing east, baby. We'll get to it.
But let's go down here on Google Earth, see if we can get right down in here. This is called Cliff Palace. You notice it right back here. Ancient kivas, buildings here, still well preserved after 1,000 years, 800 years. But that is a good look. And if some of you have been here, please let me know in the comment section. But that is
Now, as we know, the Spanish referred to all the so-called Indian holy places as mosquitos, all right, mosque, all right. See all these domes, all these dome buildings, missionary.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog, huh?
Where the roof got all these dome prayer houses.
Cause you gonna smell my cologne.
Atlantis is rising.
I say on our
yeah, that was not the sanctuary, cause we keep God first in everything we do.
a good look at the most famous ruins here at Mesa Verde. Here is a look at some of the ruins in the park. The standard line is people started living here around 1,400 years ago. Then by 900 years ago, the ancestral Puebloans started building these cliff dwellings. These are some of the best preserved such structures in the ancient.
Now you know from our research, the ancestral Pueblo are the Anasazi. All right, is that? Am I saying it right? Y'all know, goddamn it, y'all know. The ancient enemies.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
But I had to share the live stream and say we built high rises What are these niggas talking about? We built high rise.
Dom DeMarco.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Dom DeMarco.
What you say? What you got to speak? If you don't know shit to speak on this topic I'm bringing up, shut your goddamn ass up.
We have style, we got flavor, we got rhythm. I mean, the black man in America is the most copied man on this planet, bar none. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. How about that question?
100 years ago, the ancestral Puebloans started building these cliff dwellings. These are some of the best preserved such structures in the ancient United States. But then about 700 structures in the ancient United States. 900 years ago, the ancestral Puebloans started building these cliff dwellings. These are some of the best preserved such structures. In the 900 years ago, the ancestral Puebloans started building these cliff dwellings. 900 years ago, the ancestral Puebloans started building these cliff dwellings. 900 years ago, the ancestral Puebloans started building these cliff. 900 years ago, the ancestral Puebloans started building these cliff dwellings. 900 years ago, the ancestral Puebloans started building these cliff. 900 years ago, the ancestral Puebloans started building these cliff dwellings. These are some of the best preserved such structures in the ancient United States. But then about 700 years ago, these people seem to have disappeared. Here's a look at Mesa Verde National Park. Different structures in different parts of the park were named different things. This is called the Cliff Palace right here. This is called the Balcony House. This is called the Long House right here. And then this right here is called the Spruce Tree House.
Mounds.
Dom DeMarco.
Teepees.
Dom DeMarco.
Teepees.
I'm not sure how these got their names originally. And then this right here is called the Spruce Tree House. I'm not sure how these got their names originally. And then this pic here, this is on Petroglyph Point Trail. But there are some similar petroglyphs that we see in other parts of ancient America, and other parts of the world, really. Here's a little closer look at those petroglyphs, but I always find rock art very fascinating. A lot of the times, this is the only documentation from the people we have. We just have to kind of figure out what they're telling us here. Here is one very interesting mural coming from Mesa Verde. This comes from a third floor room of a rectangular tower. Maybe an astronomical observation tower, who knows? But there's just guesses on what this all means. Obviously, 3 mountains, or I know some people are going to say 3 guesses on what this all means. Obviously, of a rectangular tower. Maybe an astronomical observation tower, who knows? But there's just guesses on what this all means. Obviously, 3 mountains, or today. It says this wall mural, found inside a room at Cliff Palace, includes white plaster covering each wall with a red plaster border below that is lined with red triangles. These and other geometrical designs were common in ancestral Puebloan.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket.
Wall murals. The red lines and dots on the right wall are believed by some researchers to be some sort of calendar, and I have absolutely no problem with that. I agree with that totally. It says, here is a challenge. Do some research and form your own theories about what these designs might have represented to the ancestral Pueblo people. Although we may never know for sure, there is a good exercise to help us remember that these were real people with real hopes, dreams, a love of art, ingenuity, and a desire to communicate just like people today. And some people, let's start figuring these things out and have the same beliefs. Tried to find a few news stories on Mesa Verde. Here is one from 2019, the fall. Artifacts taken from Mesa Verde are coming home. Tribes welcome home return of human remains. Funeral objects removed in the 1890s. And here's a look at the ruins of Mesa Verde in the 1870s here, a very early pick. Let's just do a little reading. It says, after more than 100 years in a museum in Finland, the ancestral remains of Native American tribes that once called the cliff dwellings of Mesa Verde National Park home are coming back to southwest Colorado. It says, last week it was announced that human remains, funeral objects from the ancestral Puebloan people, which were unearthed by a Swedish researcher in the 1890s and sent off to Europe, would be returned as part of an agreement between the United States and Finland. It says in 1891, a Swedish researcher, Gustav Nordenskjöld, and I will only try to say that once, who was staying in Denver, caught wind of... It says in 1891, a Swedish researcher, Gustav Nordenskjöld, and I will only try to say that once, who was staying in Denver, caught wind of the lost civilization of cliff dwellings in southwest Colorado and took the train down to Durango to see for himself. Awed by what he found, he set out to meticulously document and record his findings. He thought this was a civilization that ought to be documented, that it was a story that ought to be told, said Judith Reynolds, a Durango.
So they didn't know nothing about this.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
I don't even want to be on the screen with this motherfucking Nazi motherfucker. Here, we'll put this on the screen with him. You heard his name.
Civilization that ought to be documented, that it was a story that ought to be told, said Judith Reynolds, a Durango resident who wrote his biography in 2006. It says he was concerned about all the looting and black market sales and fearing for the ruins' preservation. He started collecting artifacts himself. Through a series of shipments, the young scientist in the early 20s sent hundreds of tools, pottery, and even human remains in crates to Europe. But Reynolds said word started getting around southwest Colorado that a foreigner was stealing artifacts and cutting into the black market trade. It said while he was taking his last shipments on train for transport, the situation had reached a fever pitch and he was arrested. It became an international story. Can't break a law that doesn't exist. The case against Nordenskjöld was ultimately dropped, and there were no laws at the time that criminalized taking Native American relics, so it just disappeared. Here is one pottery bowl that he had shipped to Finland, symbolism on it, symbol on the front there.
Surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
American relics, so it just disappeared. Here is one pottery bowl that he had shipped to Finland, symbolism on it, symbol on the front there. That means different things today than it did 120 years ago, that's for sure. Here's another website I will leave below, the Mesa Verde Cliff Dwellings. Here's a ladder, I believe, going up to Balcony House. Once again, if some of you have been here, please leave a comment what you thought of the site.
Mounds?
Dom the Mongo. Dom the Mongo.
Mounds? We all live in graveyard, my nigga. We'll wrap it up after this.
With Photo Vibrance, you can...
Hold on, B. Hold on, B. You goddamn house school, bitch, for the gift of the new rap. What you doing?
Our culture to us is important because that identifies us who we are.
Now, this is supposed to be endangered places, the Southern Ute Boarding School campus. All right? But he's different. You know what I'm saying? Niggas looking a little different, tribe. But make sure I got everything out the way, man. Yeah, see, that's a Ute right there as well. All right? I think we got it all. For this session, at least. So I just want you to bear that in mind. You know what I'm saying? As we listen to what he has to say.
That identity is proudly displayed inside this school dining hall.
Call this in our language, kahan, place where you eat.
Alden Naranjo served and ate many meals here.
A lot of the Indian kids that went here from different tribes, the Navajo, Ute, Apaches.
The dining hall is part of the Ute boarding school built by the U.S. government in 1901 in an effort to force tribes to conform to mainstream society.
In the earlier years, they were forbidden to go home. All the hair was cut.
And see, these are the schools for the pupils, right?
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know who else would be at a school.
They were given kind of like uniforms. They were.
Hold on. They was given uniforms. All right. He said it, bro. I can't make this shit up. We already covered this. But since it correlates with Pueblo and with people, all right, we'll go ahead and run you past it one more time. What exactly is a pupil? All right. It's an orphan child, a ward, person under the care of a guardian. All right. These are the inheritors.
Surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
Being groomed. You know what I mean? Not all of them. Of course not.
Also forbidden to speak their language. That was, in a way, saying, we're taking your identity away from you. You're going to be like me. I'm going to teach you how to be like me.
The tribe's fierce loyalty proved to be true for the government's motives, and cultural restrictions began to relax.
That practice changed in the late 40s, where the students were allowed to speak their language and also attend the cultural ceremonies.
Over time, the school built to strip the Native Americans of their identity became an incubator for preserving it.
The school was built to take away the Indian out of the children. Now, the historical.
If this is the Ute boarding school, and these are the Utes, with good old Captain Hardy here, respectfully, I ask, who the fuck?
Okay, I'm really
surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket?
You know what time it is. The Reverend said he could take both of y'all at the same time. Paul.
Dom DeMarco. You gonna smell my cologne. Instant reaction. Dom DeMarco. Do not play.
That's the same clone I wear.
Yeah, tabernacle, sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Hey.
Ray said both of y'all could come in at the same time, man. Respectfully.
Down the Marco.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Yeah, he just want to see if you got a Mongolian spot. You know, it's a birthmark. You know what I'm saying? He just making sure everything clean because, you know, he wants you in a clean environment. You may have to disrobe respectfully. It's just like going to the doctor. Raymond is what you call the immigration office here at Atlantis, all right? He's our spot checker.
Down the Marco. Down the Marco.
So, you know, you say you're Ute Indians, you know. Raymond just want to, you know, see what's up with y'all.
The historical parts of the buildings just left. It gives us a story.
Today, only 3 of the original buildings still remain on the campus. The dining hall, girls' dormitory, and the central school and gymnasium. They were placed on the endangered places list in 2020 as tribal leaders began discussing what to do with in 2020 as tribal leaders began discussing what to do with the aging vacant buildings.
At this point, there are no plans for restoration or renovation.
Garrett Briggs is working to preserve the buildings. He surveyed tribal members to gauge their interest in seeing them saved.
The Indian boarding school period did not only impact the decision makers, it affected our entire community. So that tribal membership feedback is needed for tribal council, our leadership, to make those decisions.
Meanwhile, the tribal council ordered a thorough study of the site to assess its physical condition and begin asbestos mitigation. They also documented the Depression-era murals which adorn the cafeteria and gymnasium.
It's interesting because of the context and when it was painted, because it really starts showing the shift of the
I know y'all see that nigga right there with that hat on right there. You see that black guy nigga right there, right? See him?
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay. How you want a dog?
Get rid of that shit.
Closed casket.
Now I just want you to remember, tribe. Remember this black man. Look, he pointing up. All right. Look at his hat. Remember that hat.
painted, because it really starts showing the shift of the Indian boarding school era with respect to forcefully assimilate through the removal of cultural traditions of the students into for the students through.
You don't see this nigga black ass hands, tribe? Come on, man.
Okay, I'm reloading.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog? Huh? Closed casket.
No, you see they peeling the wall. They trying to get rid of that shit. Trying to get rid of that shit.
Thorough study of the site to assess its physical condition and begin asbestos mitigation. They also documented the Depression-era murals, They also documented the Depression-era murals which adorn the cafeteria and gymnasium. Documented the Depression-era murals which adorn the cafeteria and gymnasium.
Okay,
it's interesting because of the context and when it was painted, because it really starts showing the shift of the Indian boarding school era with respect to forcefully assimilate through the removal of cultural traditions of the students.
Look at that face, bro. I'm an artist. That's a nigga.
Down the Marco.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want a dog?
Down the Marco.
Closed casket.
Where this nigga talking? They getting rid of this shit, boy. Everybody niggas in there.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
Painted, because it really starts showing the shift of the Indian boarding school era,
which adorned the begin asbestos mitigation. They also documented the Depression-era murals, which adorned the cafeteria and gymnasium.
It's interesting because of the context and when it was painted, because it really starts showing the shift of the Indian boarding school era with respect to forcefully assimilate through the removal of cultural traditions of the students into kind of embracing it.
The tribe also requested detailed 3D laser scans of the buildings inside and out.
Even if those buildings are taken down, we have the opportunity to use that information to create a virtual walkthrough or a tour of those buildings.
Briggs hopes it does not come to that, but there are many factors in play.
After taking everything into consideration with respect to money,
Okay, I'm reloaded.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
This is Hawk School for the gifted. Hawk School for the gifted Indian.
All these motherfuckers keep talking about, show me the proof, homie. Show me the proof. Show me the proof about everything I goddamn say. Well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take this proof, turn around, bend over, and shove it up your ass. Fuck you, niggas.
Die every day, all day.